Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Pick a Side podcast. My name is Joel Moran and I'm here with Andrew Velez, Joel Dells, and Mr. John Tortorelli. This is now episode 585 and we're going to bless you guys because today we got an episode where it's just a lot of laid back, having fun, talking about the NBA news, some NFL stuff, and we might even try a 17-0 challenge on this show today. And tomorrow, we will have a show that is about the NBA draft. Everything you need to know about the NBA draft, and Mr. River Brown will be here for that. Thank you for all of the supporters, all of the viewers. Make sure you guys like this video. Let's try to get to 500 likes this episode. If we do that,
love that,
we'll give away 5 Pick a Side t-shirts to anybody that comments and like the episode.
Nice.
But fellas, how are we doing?
Doing good. It's late night for us. Late night, late start, but we're here. Excited to talk some NFL. It's been forever. And you know, NBA draft's around the corner, and every day that passes makes me less and less confident we're going to see a Giannis trade by the NBA draft. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not going to be that surprised personally, but I'm kind of bummed. I won't be here tomorrow for the NBA episode. Unfortunately, I will be at work. However, today I'm excited. 17-0. It's it's something that's eluded me, and I've been trying for
Imagine.
God knows how long.
Yo, Charles, you see this, bro? Sean, you see this, bro? Damn.
This bastard to the right of me.
Have you not gotten 17-0
No,
yet?
bro.
Really?
I haven't. I've gotten 16-1 at least 70 times.
That's unfortunate.
The way that it has broke me, beaten me down as a man, truthfully, it can't be put into words. I'm really upset about it, and I really hope and pray that if we spend an hour on it, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I need this 17-0 tonight.
Okay.
It's been eluding you for a while. Forever, actually.
What pisses me off is that Charles, Sean, and Joel all have gotten it. Here's a constant. These motherfuckers all got LaDainian Tomlinson.
Need that.
You need LT to go 17-0.
Like a fucking 20.
It's kind of like
game.
the 82-0 in NBA. You need Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Those versions of Wilt Chamberlain is the 60s. I got 1962 Wilt.
Yeah,
I got 82-0 within like my first 5 tries when I did
50
it.
and
It
25.
happened very quickly. And Wilt Chamberlain is just a cheat code. I've gotten lineups that I felt have been better than the lineup I got that went 82-0 that didn't go 82-0.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just Wilt is a cheat code, much like LT is probably a cheat code for that game. Have you got an LT before and not went 17-0?
Yes.
Damn, really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I've gotten
06 LT? Is that his
Yes.
best year, right?
Yeah, I think it's the single best fantasy year.
Yeah.
Also, Priest Holmes. I've gotten Marshall Falk. Does not matter. Does not matter. Because you want to know what ends up fucking me in the end? I'm sorry for the foul language. Tight end and quarterback. Those two positions are pieces of shit. Do you know how
You don't have to do anything crazy there, though.
I couldn't disagree more.
Because mine, I had a Josh 24, 25. He was averaging like 23 a game.
Okay, that's great.
And my tight end, it was nothing crazy. It was like 11 or 12 a game.
But again, you had LT.
But I feel like 22 for a quarterback isn't ridiculous.
That's
I feel like
great.
some of you guys
I had
should
Russell
get.
Wilson have 21, and they said a weakness of mine was quarterback.
Oh. I think my weakness was also quarterback when I went 17-0.
The way I'm telling you, it has really destroyed me.
Let's see if I could find
I've wasted
unfortunate.
so much time doing it.
I think you'll get it, though. You'll get it inevitably.
There's nothing I get out of this other than saying I went 17-0 on a dumb game.
So
No, the game's not done.
some
It's
news
great.
with me. I've been the PlayStation Portal has worked wonderfully. Have you got the cloud stream?
Yes,
to
I
work?
have.
So my
Thank you.
Yeah.
My 17-0 team, 25 Josh, who's averaging 22 a game.
Good.
2005 Larry Johnson, 22 a game. 2003 LT, 28 a game. Devontae Adams, 2020, was 25 a game. Jedda's 2022, 23 a game. Jordan Reed, 2016, 14 a game. And Curtis Martin in 2019 a game.
He was nice.
The tight end is a cheat code.
Yeah,
Some
14 for
underrated
Jordan
players
Reed.
in there.
Yeah.
I've
Larry
tried
J,
17-0
Reed.
once, and the problem is that I'll go with a tight end too early. If a team has an elite tight end, I'll take a tight end, and it basically it ruins the rest of my lineup. That's what
Really?
I've learned from it. But the PlayStation Portal has worked great. I've played an entire game of Park and Rec in my room, and I didn't feel like going to the living room and playing, so I was just playing in my room, and I was able to go into a party chat. I learned how to do that. I was able to go into a Discord chat from my PlayStation Portal and talk with the mic that is in the PlayStation Portal. The mic sucks, obviously.
Can you connect like headphones?
Yeah, you
or
can.
something? Bluetooth.
Yeah, I don't think it's Bluetooth, but you can connect headphones. Maybe I'll try out the Bluetooth. I'm just still learning this device, but I don't think I'm going to return it. I think it's been good.
My $100 still on the table, in case you're wondering.
It's a good offer.
And then I've been watching Power, dude. I mean, the intro song is amazing, but damn, Kanan is a savage, dog.
He is.
He's a savage.
That's a great
Nah,
show.
he's OD.
Why he do Sean like that? Dude.
I know, bro. That was one of the... I mean, Power has so many shocking twists, but that was one of the first ones. That's in the first season?
Second
Is it the
season.
second
What
season?
kind of
Like,
lost
he's in
me?
jail for the first season.
What kind of lost me with Power early on, and then it got me back eventually, was when Kanan died in the season finale,
That's what he was just telling me about.
and then he just comes back to life.
Yeah, it
Well, he
just
didn't
makes
die.
no sense.
I know, but I'll never forget Joel justifying this to me. Bro, you have to see the burns on his face. They really did a good job. I'm like, bro, we watched him
burned
burn
crazy.
alive.
It doesn't make sense because why would Ghost give it up to a chance that he survives? Like, knowing how much history they had and the backstory behind everything, it just makes no sense. That's why, like, I was looking ahead of the season and I'm just like, wait, hold up. Why is Kanan with Tariq in a car? And I'm like, oh, wait, he's alive after what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, I thought he was done. But I guess not. So we're
No.
going to see. I'm going to keep watching it. And
Yeah. There was 6 seasons, is it?
There's a lot.
I think there's 6, if I'm not
Six.
mistaken.
I know a lot
It's
about
worth
that
it.
show.
Have you finished it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the end.
My
Yeah, it's a
favorite
great show.
character is one of my favorite characters is Tommy.
Tommy's
But
great.
he's an idiot though.
Yeah.
He,
He's a
he
hothead.
just he don't think. He don't
No,
think. He just
no.
do. He don't
Nah.
think. That's it.
What do you think of Angela?
She bad.
She's bad.
That's what I think.
She's stupid bad.
Yeah,
I love
she the
when
only
they-
one. She's one of the only actresses in the show that is like consistently willing to do nude scenes. I guess.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, because
She was showing nip?
tons of times.
Yeah.
Really?
tons of times.
When they go to Miami, that's in first season. I
Yeah,
think.
tons of
That's a fun
times.
ass-
Yeah, John, you gotta lock in, man.
Try not to.
Nah,
No,
she's generational.
Yeah,
Those
she's
scenes
bad.
are cringe in the show because they
He
always
doesn't
play.
like the sex scenes. I don't know. I don't remember it actually that vividly because it's been so long since I've seen it.
Why, bro? Because it's kind of softcore.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that
You liked when Tasha was
It's-
in the car with Sean.
I can't really be like showing that I'm enjoying it because I'm watching it with Jess. So I can't, I have to kind of like
There's-
look away and
Listen,
like,
it's human to look at people have sex and be like, yeah, that's tough.
But no,
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fake nuts. That's my 2 cents.
What's nuts?
If you're with your partner watching another couple,
Listen,
I've-
couples
get
are
it
into
on.
that.
yeah,
Couples are definitely
I don't
into that.
definitely into that.
this doesn't sit right with me personally, but to each their own.
Yeah, I think. Listen, if they're bad, they could do it. And Ghost's a good-looking dude too. You know what I mean? Not that it had to be said, but just throw that out there.
nah, dude. It's just the songs they play with the scenes just are ridiculous, dude. The song selection is hilarious.
They got Dirk on one of the songs in the later season. I want to say. Am I wrong?
Joel, you're a dumbass,
Bro,
dude.
this is
Bro
the truth.
said not that it had to be said, but
Just
you're
letting
not
y'all know.
wrong.
He's a good-looking guy. You know what I mean?
So that's what you're looking at in the scene?
No.
Whoa.
I mean, no, but he's just a good-looking guy. Is all. You know, when you got 2 good-looking people, you know what I mean. You don't want to have this sexy girl be with some goofy. I understand why they want to get with Ghost. You know what I mean? Like, he's got the money, but he's in the drug game, but he's also owning a club, and he's a good-looking guy. You know
He's
what
got
I
a
mean?
certain.
He's got an aura to him. His
All right.
nickname Ghost is nuts.
It's one of one.
I understand.
The way he responds to everything is funny though. Angela was like, "Are you Ghost?" And then he was like, "Why would you ask a question you don't want to know the answer to?" He would just say something slick back.
Yeah.
He just knows how to maneuver
He
situations.
does.
He's a boss.
He's so smooth, man.
He's a boss. But Snowfall is better though. Snowfall's better. I was
love
Snowfall
Snowfall,
from what I've seen from Power. I think Snowfall is better. If I'm being honest.
You gotta wait.
I do think
Maybe it
Power's
gets better,
great.
I don't know.
I do think Snowfall's more. I don't know what the word is.
I think the story connects better in Snowfall, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Well, yeah.
You gotta wait.
Snowfall is like obviously, there's connections to like real world events and everything, and Power's all fiction.
It gets nuts.
Power's phenomenal.
It gets nuts. Last season,
Snowfall feels more mature. I'll say that.
Really? You think so?
I've never seen Snowfall. I'm just vouching for what I've seen for Power.
Okay. Well, yeah, Power is good though. I can't wait to keep watching the show. I'm on season 3 now. I'm just beginning season 3. But yeah, this episode we're gonna try to do 17-0. But first, we gotta ask the question of the show, which is
Love Island.
This. We could talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
That's a good cook.
In this NBA draft, the top 4 picks, we know who they're gonna be. We don't know the order, but it seems like it's gonna be AJ, DP, Cameron Boozer, Caleb Wilson. That begs the question: who will be the 5th overall pick? And on Polymarket, you can make your prediction on who you think the 5th overall pick will be. And I think this is really where the draft starts. And the players with the best percentage to be selected with the 5th pick: Mikal Brown Jr., 32%, Keaton Wagler, 33%, Darius A. Cuff, 23%, and then Kingston Flemings is at 4.5%.
I'm going to still hang my hat on Acuff going 5 for the sole fact I don't believe the Clippers stay at 5 on draft night. I think the Clippers are in a great position to trade back and still get one of Mikal Brown and Keaton Wagler and still leave the draft winners with potential either multiple assets in the draft or a potential future draft pick, which also could be beneficial for them as well. I think Darius Acuff is the 5th best player in this draft, given how versatile he is as a scorer, the 3-level scoring that he does provide, how efficient he is as a scorer. Issue is he isn't much of a defender, but what should leave you hopeful is Jalen Brunson winning a championship now. It's understanding, okay, this guy was an undersized guard with overwhelming offensive ability with limited defensive upside, and we were still able to reach the mountaintop and be NBA champions. It's just on us to build a great foundation around him to hide his deficiencies. And also we need to make sure that we have a guy that at least puts effort on defensive side and does the intangibles when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. But I do believe it will be Darius Acuff. Whether it will be some variation of the Atlanta Hawks potentially trading up because they do need a point guard. Whether the Nets are worried about a team coming and hawking them and trying to snatch Acuff from them. Whether they just decide to move one spot up, which I could definitely see being a possibility. But I do believe it is Acuff. But if you want me to live in the world where the Clippers do stay at pick number 5, Pine Market's not wrong because I do think it is between Mikal and Fleming. I'm sorry, Keaton Wagler. I'm gonna go with Mikal just because he provides a little bit more size. I'm sorry, because there's a little bit more versatility with his offensive game. I think he gives you a little bit of upside on defense, but I think as an overall offensive player, I think I want the upside of what Mikal provides. And on top of that, next to Darius Garland, I understand that's not going to be it's not going to be the biggest backcourt when it comes to both Garland and him, but I think that he can work off of Garland. And I think the two of them can be successful. But I don't see them staying at pick 5, truthfully.
I guess I'm on an island here where I think the pick for the Clippers is Demir. And when I look at what the Clippers need after trading Ivica Zubac, it is definitely that center at the 5 who not only has the potential as a rim protector, but on offense has a really underrated package with his touch, some passing chops, a decent post game. He's had over the years some semblance of some outside shooting. I don't know if that truly sticks. Maybe it's something similar to what we've seen in Donovan Clinton, where it's maybe more of a theory than actual practice. But I like Ademir, and I look at him as one of the 7, 8 best prospects in this draft class in that cluster of guards. And for the Clippers, would I rather have a guard next to Darius Garland, who I feel is a bit reductive? Darius Acuff, to me, is the best player on the board, but I believe that when you have a player of Darius Garland's caliber, he's good enough to a point where I don't want to draft another guard. I don't look at this like the Cavaliers when they had Colin Sexton in 2018 taking Garland 1 year later. I think Garland's a different... Yes, I think Garland's an even higher level of a player to where I'm looking to complete my lineup, and especially with Kawhi Leonard at this stage of his career, I want to maximize this window of the Clippers. I don't know if Ademir is going to be the type of center who's able to close every single game and every single matchup. He most likely won't. But given the necessity that the Clippers have in the front court, just that giant hole there right now, Mara to me is clearly the best option for them. And I would argue that he has a lot more potential in store offensively. So I'm a bit surprised by the odds. I feel like he should have arguably the highest here. And I don't know if he was even on that top 4.
I like where your head's at, John. Real quick, though. Sorry, Joel. The Clippers, I think, are going to be the 5th best team in the draft. I think that is a very, very bold prediction. I think that is a 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 very I'm not viewing the Clippers' future with Kawhi in it. Maybe that's just me, but I don't think that the Clippers' timeline matches Kawhi's timeline. I think that they wanted to see what could happen this year. They were still playing winning basketball after trading James Harden and Ivica Zubac. It kind of was just like, all right, let's see how this plays out. They don't end up making the playoffs. Now we're still talking about having a amazing draft pick. Thanks for the trade from the Indiana Pacers. But this kind of put them in a position where they have the luxury of, okay, we nailed the Ivica Zubac trade. Now we can kind of start to gear our team for the future and still get good return for Kawhi while he's coming off, you could argue, the best year of his career offensively.
So for me, I think that Eddie Mara should be the pick.
That's a great shout, obviously.
Like, he has a 90% chance to be the 5th overall pick on Polymarket. He wasn't within the top 4 that I mentioned, but I'll put $20 on him to get a $100 return. The reason why I feel like it should be Eddie Mara is because the guards, there's a lot of flaws within each of them. Darius Acuff, the obvious one is his defense. And Draymond Green, he interviewed Darius Acuff, and Darius Acuff, he didn't make himself look good as a defensive prospect. It felt, because he very much said, if somebody scores and that's not my man, and that's not like my responsibility. It felt like he didn't have any understanding of like help defense principles and basically team defense. So that was pretty alarming, but I still think that side can grow for Acuff. I just think it's redundant to have Garland and Acuff. Even if Acuff is older and you don't buy into Garland long term, it's like, how can you maximize Garland if you bring in another on-ball creator? And Acuff can still play off ball, but the defense with a backcourt of Acuff and Garland is just going to be the worst in the NBA, that it's not worth it. With Keaton Wagler, I just don't think the high-end athleticism is there for him to be a player who can work consistently on the ball. He is more of an off-ball player, and even though he has size, he's not a very good defender. Mm-hmm. And he played in one of the best situations in college with an Illinois team that had 5-out spacing. So Keaton Wagler, not having a quick first step, not being the fastest laterally, I have concerns how he can live as a creator in the NBA and as a defender. And then Mikal Brown Jr., it also just feels like a lead on-ball initiator, and Kingston Flemings also, like, he's a little bit undersized, but his defensive instincts make up for it. I just think point guard for the Clippers, even though it's a pretty deep class, should be out of the question for them, when A.D. Mara, to me, is one of the highest floor and highest ceiling prospects in this draft. He is 7'3", 7'4". He has like an 8-foot wingspan. He can work as a legit passing hub at center, so he can make everybody's life easier. And day one in the NBA, as long as he's healthy, he's going to be one of the best rim protectors in basketball just because of his size. So to me, I feel like that is the obvious pick. And with the Clippers center rotation, with Brook Lopez aging and on the verge of retirement, you need a long-term option there. So I just feel like A.D. Mara makes too much sense. I don't think it would be overdrafting him either. I think he has a very high ceiling, but he's also like pro ready, and he can contribute right now.
It is crazy when you look at the physicals, like 7'3", 9'9" staying reach, and then you look at the skill set. Like, there is real talent there, I feel like, on both ends. The other thing too, which you mentioned briefly, Drew, which I feel is very interesting in this draft class, is the Jalen Brunson mentions for these guards, because I believe firmly that Jalen Brunson is the exception, not the rule. And we're going to start to see some teams have an option if they want to use that as their gateway to revaluing guards. And I don't believe they will, but it seems like the public uses Brunson as this proxy for why guards matter. And of course, small guards can be effective, but you need to have the intangibles. And Brunson is such a rare outlier in NBA history from a player development, winning characteristics, college background, and then a play style that I feel most of these guards in this class might get painted with a broad stroke. If Brunson could win a championship, so could they. But I don't feel like it's true maybe for any of these guards, most likely. And I believe it's a fascinating case when you examine it, because Brunson's one of 3 guards below 6'2" we've seen lead a team to a championship. And it's worth mentioning, but at the same time, I don't think it really applies to any of these guards.
I think if you're trying to get a Jalen Brunson in this draft or any draft, you're probably going to fail more often than not.
Agreed.
Just the odds of getting someone that, one of the clutchest players in NBA history, the ability that he could get to his shot is just something that I feel like is not something that's going to come around. And trying to get that archetype just feels like a losing battle, right? You're going to be running into way more these quote unquote lead guards and looking for these guys that are potential high volume scorers, but all the other deficiencies that show up with those guys that we see around the league, I think still going to outnumber it. When answering this question, it's half you're predicting the player and half you're predicting the pick, right? Because there is so much rumors out there about the Clippers and what they're doing with that 5th overall pick. We've heard rumors, or earlier in the offseason about OKC potentially moving some of their draft picks. Is it possible for the Nets to make sure no one jumps them? If there's a guard they really like, it's possible for the Kings, who are 2 picks behind them, that maybe they want to jump the Nets and go up there. So part of this is just figuring out who's going to be selecting there. Because I do think if it's the Kings, or if it's the Nets, they're going to be going with the guard, right? You guys mentioned Acuff. You guys mentioned Mikal Brown. Those feel like the 2 guys in terms of the 5th pick that I'll be looking at in terms of lead guard. But if it is the Clippers, or if the Thunder do move up, then Keaton Wagler, I think, comes in discussion more, and Mara, like you guys are saying, comes in discussion more. But right now with the 5th pick, if it does stay with the Clippers, it's a weird situation because I don't know if Darius Garland should stop you from drafting someone you absolutely love, but he's also someone you're investing your future in. So in this world, it feels like no matter the questions you might have about Garland long-term, number 1 for injuries, and number 2, just what does a Darius Garland-led offense ceiling really look like? But in this world, you're going with it. So if that's the case, I'll be going with Wagler or Mara. And between the 2, I think getting the big that can replace Zubac makes the most sense for the Clippers.
There's 2 reasons someone could be, and I agree with you, there's 2 reasons why you could be low on Darius Garland. The first one's the durability concerns in the foot. And if that's the case, I believe you trade him, if that's where you stand if you're the Clippers. But the other one's his defense limitations as someone who is the type of guard you have to protect. And if you can't protect Garland, there's no way you're going to protect 2 6'2" guards that can't defend their position. So I feel like if you're going to take a guard, it makes more sense to move off of Darius and try to recoup that and turn that into a wing player or some other lottery level talent you can fill your roster with.
I'm just hoping that this is a team that now gets built around Garland and he has a second chance at that, because with Cleveland, once the Mitchell trade was made, it was clear that this is the direction that we're going, and we're prioritizing Donovan Mitchell as the leader of the franchise. And Garland, a lot of his value, not that it was that, because I think he complemented Mitchell very well on offense. And you look at the offensive numbers, the team offensive numbers, when he was on the floor with the Cavaliers, he made a huge difference. But the team clearly wasn't catered to him anymore. So now the Clippers have a chance to actually build a supporting cast around him that fits his game. So like an AD Mara would be a huge pick, because now defensively you can withstand more. You can withstand somebody being that small and bad defensively on the perimeter if you have somebody like AD Mara on the backside as a rim protector. So I think that he's the pick, because the other options are like Yaxo Lendeborg, which is going to be 24 at the start of the season.
Not happening.
And that is that's too much of a day one pro ready player that doesn't have a high ceiling, in my opinion. So
Yaxo's a Laker. That's the kind of player.
He's not falling there though.
Yaxo's going to drop. Yaxo's dropping.
To 25?
25 is nuts, but he's going to drop to 20.
25 is nuts.
Now, maybe we'll see, but I think the Clippers, they're in a good position, and they just got to make the right pick, and they'll be fine. And if you want to make your predictions on the draft and you feel like you have an inclination on who the Clippers might pick, you can use code PAS26 on Polymarket. You deposit $20 and get $50, but also predict responsibly.
Yes.
Predict responsibly and don't throw all your money on it. Make sure that you have what you can predict, what you can bet on, and that's that. Don't try to go too crazy with it, because then you add pressure. And teams that have pressure in this draft, who do you think they are? I have an obvious answer. I feel like the team under the most pressure in this draft is the Brooklyn Nets.
I'm with you 100%.
When you miss on 5 of your first round picks from last year,
it's early to say they missed on 5.
Yeah, but I am under a very strong core belief that at the very minimum, only one of them will pan out. That's Demin. Dillman, exactly. The other ones, Saraf, Traore, Danny Wolf, Drake Powell, I'm pretty much out on. Drake Powell is the only other one that I think that he can become a good player, but the other ones I'm really not high on at all. I think that they butchered their draft picks last year, but that's why it feels as if they are under the most pressure, because you fall out of picking at the top of this draft. Now you have the 6th pick. So let's say a team does want to jump you. They could take the point guard that you wanted the most in this draft. It just feels like the Nets really have to nail this pick. If they draft a Nate Ament, I feel like Brooklyn fans are going to go crazy and they're going to be very sour on the pick. And I mean, last year, drafting Yeoman was from left field. Nobody thought that he was going to be the pick. I thought it might have been Malawach. I thought that was kind of like the easy punch and pick. I guess it wasn't for them. But in this draft, it feels as if they're going to go point guard unless they sign Austin Reeves in free agency and they lure him away from the Lakers. I know that there's been rumors about Austin Reeves and the Brooklyn Nets and maybe them signing him, but I feel like this is a point guard pick all the way. And if it's not a point guard, I would be genuinely shocked.
And they drafted 3 point guards last year. I mean, the Nets, like you said, are in so much of a predicament because they don't have a franchise player to build around. And they started this rebuild 3 years ago now. And the last 2 years, they've been gearing up for one of these top 4 prospects. We thought last year they'd trade up or make a big trade for a star player. But when you look at this young core, like they had 5 first-round picks last year. 0 of them made an all-rookie team. And Michael Porter Jr. is a really good player. They could probably cash him in for a couple first-round picks this offseason, trade high. But if they're going to keep Michael Porter Jr., there is an expectation that you're going to be competitive this year, especially with what Jordi Fernandez has shown. Some positives, especially with his offensive scheme. But if there's one positive for the Nets, they don't have the same pressure as maybe Memphis, because not having a top 5 pick, they're not going to have the same implications of the new draft system where you can't have a top 5 pick for 3 straight years. So there's a little bit less pressure on that front. The team that I also think a lot of pressure on them, Sacramento Kings, who fell to pick 7 because they're in the same exact position. Last year, they went in the season with no direction, Doug Christie as their head coach, and it felt like this team was just trotting in basketball hell, for a lack of a better term, after firing Mike Brown and making some trades. They need someone to build around, and I feel like they're in the same exact position as the Nets almost.
Yeah, those 2 teams stuck out to me because you don't really have any pieces right now you're looking at saying this is even like a number 2 or 3 potentially, right? All of the other teams are either getting one. If you're looking at the top 4, right, like the Wizards already have number 1 overall pick and they trade for AD and Trae Young. The Jazz at 2 have, put together a really nice team at the deadline. 3 Grizzlies, 4 Chicago, all feel like you're getting franchise-altering players. The Clippers at 5 already have Kawhi and Garland, so they already have, this team of you can either trade Kawhi, get some assets, keep him, try to make a playoff push. 6 and 7 is ugly. And then the Hawks, it's kind of a luxury pick with the Pelicans because you're a playoff team already. 9, you already got Cooper Flag. But I will say the other team, if I can't include those 2, would be the Bucks at 10. This is a new era you're going into post Giannis, assuming Giannis is getting traded now. You don't have to nail this in the sense that you're going to be getting so much draft capital from the Giannis trade. I think more people are going to be paying attention to the deal itself and then whatever players and picks you end up getting for that this could get overlooked. But to have a top 10 pick, you don't have your future draft picks as of right now. This is a big deal. This is a great draft class. This is someone who could come in, could be a contributor, someone that could come in and you could try to start building this thing back up with Ryan Rollins. They don't have a ton of young talent there, but this is someone that, barring the Giannis trade, is going to be the building block. This is the guy you're going to be building around going in the future. So it's really those 3 teams because I don't think they have any young talent you're looking at and saying, we have something here. Nor do you have a roster that's ready to compete like some of the other teams in the top 10.
All right, I'm going to try and make something up because obviously the 3 teams are the obvious. I'm with you on the Nets, I'm with you on the Kings, and I'm with you on the Bucks, depending on what happens with Giannis Antetokounmpo. But the last team I'll throw in there is probably the Charlotte Hornets at pick 14 now. They're a team where I think they're also in play to potentially make a splash and make a big move where Demara is obviously the name. And to go and get a player like that, you're going to have to trade up and move up significantly in this draft to go and get him. And I think that when we look at the Charlotte Hornets, the one thing we think they're missing is that true defensive-minded big man, which he also provides a little bit of upside on the offensive side, especially as a passer, but mainly you need a real rim protector. And they're in a position where I'm not sure what that move will be this offseason. Are they going to be overly aggressive and try and trade for a big man? Which big men are really available from one of these teams? How realistic is it of Bam Adebayo to be moved? I don't know if things like that can actually be a possibility. But on draft day, you control your fate and you can control how much you believe in the upside of these players. And if I look at the Hornets, they are one of the younger teams that are primed to make a big time move next year and be one of these teams that we We already acknowledge them as one of the young upcoming teams of the league where they were a playing team. It was a great playing game. Second one, not so much. But they showed us that they could be one of the most efficient offenses. They showed that they can show effort on defensive side of the ball while also not being the most talented. This draft, they have a chance to at least put themselves in position to secure that big man. How realistic of it is it, especially at pick 14? That's where I kind of find difficulty. But when you're the Hornets, you see the strides you've made as an offensive team in just 1 year, how much has changed in Charlotte. I wonder how quick they're going to be to pull trigger to try and make this team better.
Yeah, they're at a crossroads where they could make a move to bring in a veteran talent to make them better instantly, to kind of accelerate their timeline.
Yep.
But they also have 2 picks in the first round, and they have the access to just get better with youth. And I think neither philosophy is the wrong way to go about it. I will say, if the Hornets don't make the playoffs outright next year, it will feel kind of disappointing because it feels like that's their trajectory currently. But we'll see what they do. I think the Warriors are also under a lot of pressure.
I don't hate
because they're probably not going to trade that pick, but you need that pick to be a ready-made day one player like Yaxel. Like, I think Yaxel to the Warriors is the best fit thus far because they need somebody to contribute. It's not about getting a Kuminga or a Wiseman, like an upside pick. I think this pick is about, okay, how can we get somebody next to Steph that can help swing basketball games right now? And I think the Mavericks also, they're at a pick at 9 where, I mean, they might not even have any point guard available on the board that is worth taking that high when they get to that pick. You might have Mikael Brown, Akov, Kingston, Keaton. They might all be gone. Maybe one of them, if you're lucky, is going to be at that spot. And for a Mavericks team, it feels like that's their big glaring hole long-term next to Cooper Flag. It feels as if that's the team that has the most chances to move up in the draft to kind of get their guy and who they want to build around Cooper Flag because they don't have their pick next year. Yeah. So this pick here is a really huge building block for their future.
It's valuable because with Luka, they didn't have that gateway of the lottery after they took him, right? They, like you kind of mentioned, they traded the Porzingis pick the next year, so they immediately had 0 lottery picks. So it is a luxury to have that when Ujiri coming in his first year. I like what you mentioned with the Hornets because I wonder if they're going to be the team that maybe throws out a crazy offer sheet for Walker Kessler. Maybe they try to orchestrate a sign and trade deal. But if they don't, there is a need for them to get a higher level front court player to pair alongside their perimeter talent. And I thought the other team that you guys mentioned, the Warriors, it was weird kind of looking at their offseason this year because Jimmy Butler's at 35-36 coming off he's going to miss most of, if not half of next season. It's very difficult if you're in the shoes of Mike Dunleavy to build a team not knowing what version of Jimmy Butler you're going to get when he returns, even if he's able to play. Like maybe it's a Kyrie situation where he misses the entirety of next season. So it's a very tricky situation. Do you focus on completely resetting with a younger player, or do you try to squeeze what it seems like there's nothing left of this era with Steph?
Which is why I kind of see it difficult with Yaxel going to the Warriors. I understand that you are on the last licks of Steph Curry's elite years. I just don't know how much. All right, I don't want to make it sound like I'm doubting Steph Curry. When he's on the court, this is one of the best players in the world. That's obvious. I just don't know if Yaxel is the play there because now you're really forcing it that we are trying to still build a championship team around Steph Curry and also Jimmy Butler, who is coming off an injury as well. It's a tough timeline if you're the Warriors. Now, I say all that to say it will not surprise me if they're the team that drafts Nate Ament as well. Like it's just one of those which what the Warriors have shown me over these last recent years is like they will draft the raw, unproven player and try and swing on upside because they trust Steve Kerr, even though Steve Kerr, in terms of development, let me not just single out Steve Kerr, just development as a whole for the Warriors has been lacking. And I just find the Warriors in the toughest spot you could argue at 10.
I mean, the Warriors, I feel like we're deja vu all over again here with this shit, man. Just these 2 timelines you have, right? It's like the Steph timeline or it's the timeline after Steph. Realistically, I do think the Warriors are under pressure because whenever you have an aging star, especially the one that's still playing at Steph's level, you know the timeline's short. But to think that we were having these conversations years ago when Kuminga and Moody first got there, and before that with fucking James Wiseman, to still be in this position now, and you look at the roster, and it's like it's just not good enough. Like there's rumors they're gonna bring back Porzingis. Cool. Horford's a free agent. Butler's coming off an ACL. It's like whoever you take, whatever rookie you take, I don't think is going to be the answer to try to fix this team and compete with the OKCs and the Spurs of the world.
I think without a doubt, the team under the most pressure, though, is the Nets still.
I do think it's the Nets.
The fact that the Nets might have missed on all 5
and
picks
then the
last year.
Knicks win the championship and everyone's saying F them picks too, that can't feel good.
Exactly. Like the Nets need this pick to pan out. I don't want to say outright the picks from last year are all going to fail. Maybe a couple of them pan out. I have no idea.
There's time.
But let me ask you this question. It might sound silly. If the Nets sign Austin Reeves, do they still take a point guard at 6?
No, it wouldn't make sense to me. Depends who's on the board, though.
So you think Reeves is their one?
I've seen the Lakers run the D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves. I say that to say that Austin has shown the capability to run with another guard and still be able to coexist. Luka Doncic at a way obvious higher level, and that's in a situation where he has the ball a lot less. I think that in this situation with the Nets, he still could be that primary ball handler, but you bring in a Mikal Brown, you bring in Kingston Fleming, albeit a little bit smaller. He has shown that he is more than capable to be on the floor with another point guard and still be successful. He can play off the Dioman as well. He can play off ball. Reeves has shown the ability to do that as well, but we also know that when the ball's in his hand, he can also create and be special.
If they sign Reeves, Diamond's the 2. And then I would probably look to take a front court player. Maybe it's a Mira. I like Morez Johnson a lot. All those Michigan players, honestly.
He's what, 6'5"?
Yeah. I'm definitely looking to.
Because him and Mikal Brown 6'5" backcourt, that's nice.
I'm looking to get a wing or a big if I'm signing AR in Brooklyn's position.
I think it's likely that Austin Reeves leaves. I don't think that he's going to stay with the Lakers. I think he's priced himself out.
Sign and trade, you think?
It could be. And if there's a sign and trade with the Nets, Claxton is most likely involved in it.
Claxton
it won't be
tough.
Porter
Claxton
Jr.
be
It will
tough,
be
too.
Claxton.
Imagine
Claxton be
Porter
valid.
next to Luka.
That'd be insane.
Oh,
I think it's most likely
Goodness.
Claxton, though.
I won't be mad at both.
Okay. What are we
If the
doing?
Nets do
Don't
sign
be
and
greedy.
trade Claxton to the Lakers to get Reeves, it would make sense for them to take Eddie Amara to have
be honest
the
with you,
need
bro.
at center field.
Claxton is not worth Reeves.
No, not even close.
But he can leave for nothing.
Exactly.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
No.
Well, would you rather lose Reeves for nothing?
Or just take back Claxton.
Yeah, like please. You've been starting Jackson.
If we're gonna
Hayes
sign and
DeAndre
trade him, we're gonna get someone better than Claxton.
Like who?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Solid.
Who?
Michael Porter Jr.
Why would the Nets do that when they could just sign Reeves and not give you anything?
Well, that'd be on Reeves because he'd get more money with LA. You know what I mean?
It's true.
That's on him. Be like,
But that's also on the Lakers if they want to pay him that much. It feels like the Lakers have a set
Again,
number
if we're
that they want to
signing
pay
and
him.
trading,
just sign, don't
is
trade.
that no. The idea most likely will be a sign and trade if
Yeah.
we're gonna sign him.
Yeah. Okay, but you just want Michael Porter.
Essentially, him and Luka would be
mad
sex.
with Claxton? I think Claxton and Luka would be great
I
too.
won't be.
I mean, you need a center.
Desperately, I
The
would
Lakers
say.
need a center.
Yeah, but I think we need elite 3-point shooting more.
I almost trust you to find an MPJ copycat than a Claxton copycat.
They don't exist as often as you think.
I don't think either of them exist in the sense
I don't
of
know,
those
just-
two players.
Off Luka Doncic, playing off Luka Doncic and being as elite of a shooter as Michael Porter Jr. is, how elite he showed you that he can play in a situation like the Brooklyn Nets where he's still playing off ball as well. I mean, it's a perfect situation.
I just think you need a serious center.
I mean, it's
man.
not
I
like
don't
if they
disagree
want-
with
we've
you.
already seen MPJ play with another offensive
And he won a
superstar.
championship.
He was a
with amazing depth.
He was the
Like that
3A,
team was
3B.
overall
With
great
the
though.
Lakers.
Do you want to see
are
another
so
year of
listening.
Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton?
Jackson Hayes, my backup big.
It's
I'll
fine.
ride with that till the wheels fall off. He's a great backup option.
He's all right.
We need a real big.
If you want
I'm
to
with
switch,
you.
Nick Claxton's fine. You just want something better than that. It's
Agreed.
like a fine stopgap. You'd wish it's like having frozen pizza. Like, I'm okay with it.
I mean, that's kind of what you thought with Lively and Gafford, and Luka took that to the finals.
Lively and Gafford's pretty great.
I think
It'd be better than
Claxton.
Hayes.
I think Claxton, at least before Gafford got traded to the Mavericks, the idea of Claxton right now was better than the idea of Gafford at that time. They're pretty much similar.
Ooh,
They're very
interesting.
similar.
At that time, Gafford still was one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Yeah, but the problem with him is that he could only play defense one way, and that's why his minutes are limited because he really can't guard out. Claxton can. Claxton is not limited by that. That's
True.
why I feel as if the Lakers need to center way more than an MPJ. And if you're signing Rui Hachimura anyway, it makes sense
that Rory might
to
be the odd man out.
have Claxton.
I don't understand.
Which
But I
it
told
makes
you
no
this.
sense.
I told you this.
He was
He's
fucking
playing himself
awesome.
off the Lakers.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But
We'll
not
see.
a lot of teams have money.
Well, I think the Nets need to bring in an influx of talent. They don't have their pick next year. They need to be as good as they
That's
can be.
definitely
this
need
offseason.
talent. They need a lot of it.
So that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they just really pay Reeves the bag and say, we want you to be in.
There's
Brooklyn."
no risk to it, in my eyes.
There really isn't no risk
No,
to it.
it's just
They
does
can afford
Reeves
it.
want to take more money from LA? That's really what it comes down to because he'll probably get the max from the Nets.
Or if the Lakers want to pay him that.
That too.
That's the real question.
That's also.
We had this discussion 4 months ago,
And
and
I told
I
you.
remember disagreeing with you at the time.
Yeah, I said it. I don't know.
What's the Reeves contract?
Reeves' contract's going to be insane.
It's going to be
200?
40 to 45 million
Yeah.
a year.
And he's great. Don't get me wrong. He's
The
great.
Nets will happily pay him 40 million. a
Power
year.
to him, bro. Get
He's
your
eligible
bag.
5 for 241.
Yeah, dude. That's nuts.
The
No way.
Nets can offer 4 for
Yeah,
179.
they can't offer the 5th year. I honestly like Reeves and Diamond together. Diamond to me
That's
is
not
not.
50 a year.
I know.
Diamond to me is like a natural 2 guard. I don't see him as a pure. He's a good passer, but he's a better shooter, and I don't see him as a good enough ball handler to be a true point guard.
It's going to be
So,
special to watch that man run the show, man.
Reeves
Yeah,
for the
man.
Nets.
Yeah.
Take your word for it.
Could be an
Next
all-star.
episode, we're going to tier every prospect, but we're going to dive into some draft history. John has
yes, sir.
the last 5 NBA drafts, and we're going to try to give the top 5 players for the last 5 drafts.
Yep, starting with 2025. If you want to give you the draft orders, the Mavs at 1, Spurs at 2, Sixers at 3, Hornets at number 4, Jazz number 5.
Number 1, easy.
Cooper Flag.
Run it.
Dylan Harp.
Number 2.
I don't know. I think Dylan Harper has a case over Cooper Flag.
Oh, we're redrafting.
Redrafting.
I don't know why I thought there's some fucking trivia. I was like, this seems
No.
basic.
No.
This was, to me, I'm taking it as the top players in a draft, not
Okay.
a redraft.
Okay.
Not
okay.
what would the Mavericks do, just who are the top 5
Okay.
players.
Low
in the
key,
I'm
draft.
still
I feel
going
like.
Cooper.
Do you
I'm
think
still
it'd be
going
more enjoyable to do a redraft?
Now,
We could do a
projection.
redraft.
We
I'm
could-
If we're
fine
just
with
doing
that.
off of like who's best right now, it's only 1 year for these picks. Like 2023,
For sure.
only 3 years.
No, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make it known that I think Dylan Harper,
I think
he had a
Harper has
better rookie season than Cooper
I
Flag.
think Harper
How?
has put
Because
himself
of
because
in
he
the
had a
playoffs.
postseason
He had
that
the most points of
unfortunately
a
Cooper
rookie
wasn't
ever.
able to have.
Did have a historic postseason for a rookie.
He was the second best player in a playoff run for an NBA Finals team.
100%.
And he
Without a
wasn't
doubt.
even healthy for part of the playoffs too, with his lower body
And you could
injury.
argue the Spurs not leaning into this rookie more is the reason
Yo,
why they didn't win a
Couldn't be
championship.
more right. Them waiting so long to utilize Harper as non-ball creators, but they didn't have the confidence to give him the keys.
Okay,
in the
there's a
finals.
lot of great things you could say about Dylan Harper.
What does Flag do better
Cooper
than
Flag
Harper?
still.
Right now, what does Flag do better than Harper?
He's a better defender.
Does he
He's a
handle
better
the ball
rebounder. No.
better? Does
Offensively,
he play
Harper's
make
a
better than
player
him?
right
Does
now.
he finish better than him?
No.
He's
They get to
Harper's
the
a
basket.
generational.
That's the issue. Like
finishing
my
prospect.
mind immediately went to finishing, and I can't even say.
Here's the thing: Harper was so good defensively. Just long term, Cooper Flag has
He's fucking like 6'9".
all of
Could
those
become that
traits.
offensive
Not
player.
quite the same finisher, but Flag has all of those traits while being this Wayne hybrid, and that just has so much value. I agree with you in the sense that Harper is an amazing prospect. He would be number 1 overall pick in most classes, but I still was very impressed with Cooper Flag's rookie year. I know a lot of it was at the very end of the season, some meaningless games, but even still, I would argue Flag's potential is why he's still fairly the first pick.
I'm impressed with Flag's rookie season. He won Rookie of the Year. It was a tight race with Colin Knippel, but he won Rookie of the Year. I just don't know what's the difference. He had the better rookie year because he was on a team that was bad enough to just force feed him a ton of possessions. And you have to be good enough to capitalize on those looks. But Dylan Harper, per 36, averaged 19 and 6 on excellent efficiency. If Dylan Harper was on the Wizards last year, he probably averages 20 a night too. I mean, he's that good. He just happened to be on a team that had a player in Fox in front of him and Castle, the rookie of the year from last year. But the fact that Harper in the playoffs was better than an all-star, was better than the rookie of the year last year, I mean, he was the second best player on that team.
I mean, Flag averaged 21, 7, and 5 as the number one as a 19-year-old. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Dylan Harper. I think he's sensational. But Flag didn't have a regular rookie season. It's like, per 36, I get it. Flag did it. And that was without fucking Wemby tax, too.
And then in the playoffs, Dylan Harper did it against playoff defenses.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that's not taking anything away from
the
him.
last run that I've seen from a player this young, not even counting rookies, just counting players that were fairly young when they made a run, was James Harden in OKC. He was awesome up until the finals. In the finals, he did not play well. The fact that Dylan Harper, it didn't matter the team, it didn't matter the round. Each time, further into the playoffs, he was amazing.
Tatum was a bit.
Tatum's rookie year was probably better.
Tatum was definitely.
He didn't get to the finals.
I was going to say Tatum's number 2 in my opinion.
Tatum was a game for the finals.
Dunked on LeBron. Fuck.
And that was
incredible stuff.
Was a mistake.
Tatum did have that. Can't forget about that. Dylan Harper figured out every defense every single round. Yeah. When he was healthy, he torched Minnesota. In the conference finals, he was amazing against OKC. That's the best defense on the planet.
Hang on, Joel. The Donovan Mitchell erasure too. I don't mean to cut you off, but Donovan Mitchell won a playoff series rookie. I'm sorry.
And then in the finals, he was the second best player on the team. And the Spurs led the series for 75% of the series. They lost, but I don't think it was because of Harper. They lost because of Fox's mistakes.
Harper was the reason they were winning a lot of those
Harper
games.
is their second best player. I agree with you in the sense that people forget too, Harper didn't even have a training camp because he had thumb surgery on his shooting thumb. And then he had to work his way back into the lineup with the team. Like you said, it has Fox and Castle. And by midseason, once he was 4 months removed from that surgery, he was shooting well from three-point land. Just right now, Flag is a better playmaker, and he's got a more rare package as the 6'9" point forward. And to me, I mean, like Dell said, his rookie season was relatively kind of historic from a not just efficiency, but more so the production. And that's why, to me, it'd be Flag at 1, Harper 2, and he'll be one of the best number 2 picks.
I think one of the beauties of getting older is you become a lot more open-minded. And truthfully, Joel, I like where your head's at.
If the only flaw with Dylan Harper is that he shoots 34% from 3, I'm taking that. They act as if he's a Man Thompson from 3.
So what's Cooper's flaw then?
I think the ball handling.
His defense wasn't
size.
His defense wasn't as good as I was hoping for.
His defense wasn't good at all.
25
His defense wasn't good.
At 19 years old, 2 stocks a game?
Yeah,
the way he was propped up pre-draft, I mean,
19 years old,
he's just
2 stocks.
I just think
playing
the
on
upside,
a trash Mavericks injured team.
I think Cooper Flag is more potential, but he has all the potential. He just averaged 21 as a rookie. Harper, I would say, is the better player right now, especially with the playoff run. But after this year, you're telling me Cooper Flag averaged 21, won Rookie of the Year, was putting up 40-point performances by the end of the season, is looking like a superstar. I'm taking the guy with the 6'9" size and upside.
Here's where I'm at with it. I'm at with it where sometimes we mistake size for potential. And I say that because there was another draft class that featured 3 Hall of Fame players, and the first overall pick very well was amazing, but the 2 guards drafted in that class ended up being better than him. And I'm talking about 2009. Blake Griffin goes 1. Steph Curry and Harden in that same draft class ended up being better than him. Blake Griffin early on, if you look at the first 3 seasons of their careers, Steph, Blake's, and Harden, you would have thought Blake would have had the best career. He has the most potential. He can jump high, he can pass, he can do everything at his size. But these players that were guards that could actually be lead initiators for offenses were the ones that became the superstars or the first ballot Hall of Fame talents. With Dylan Harper, the fact that he's already arguably the best finishing guard that we've ever seen, to me, if you're telling me who is going to be at their peak the better offensive engine, I would go with Dylan Harper.
I'm not mad at that.
Cooper Flag will be probably the better 2-way player, but the better offensive engine, I think, would be Dylan Harper. So that's why, to me, I don't want to just say
his average 22.
I don't want to just say Flag has more potential because he has more size to him. Because I think Harper being 6'5", being able to defend, I mean, his defense throughout this run was incredible too. Yeah. I mean, I'd argue his defense in the playoffs was more impressive than any defensive stretch I've seen for Cooper Flag all season long.
No, you're right. No, Harper was more impressive as a rookie. You cannot take that away.
That
And
was not said until the playoffs, which is fair. The playoffs obviously matter.
That's what matters most to me because he
But
was
he
their
wasn't
second most
even-
reliable
But
player.
he wasn't even in the
on a-
conversations when the regular
No,
season
he was
ended.
really good in the
Situationally,
opportunities
too,
that
was
he
also
got.
in a
And the-
fucking
And
awesome
which is
situation.
listen, the playoffs matter. It matters.
The moment he got his opportunity, 27 and 10, nearly shooting 80% from the field, when everything went awry, everything. Wemby goes down with a concussion, and all of a sudden, who are you turning to? It's a 20-year-old rookie, and he's the one calming the storm
So who are you taking?
and leading this offense. I'm taking Cooper Flag. He's nearly a year. He's also nearly a year younger than Dylan
no, that
because
is
he
crazy.
reclassified.
Yeah.
And so for him to be as good as he was, in spite of his supporting cast, not having Kyrie for the entire season, Anthony Davis
That's
in
what I'm
that
saying,
picture,
like, he
there's
was
so many
seeing
moving
so
parts.
many-
I believe this
Him and
1-2 is
fucking PJ
amazing.
Washington shit.
It also comes down to the fact that I do believe at times there's like this people have their pre-draft priors, and I know people are going to say, oh, maybe you have your pre-draft priors or Cooper Flag. I don't believe that's the case. It's just his situation this year was a bit of a disaster, and he was still very impressive in spite of that. So I think we're moving on to the third overall pick here. Who would you take at pick 3? And I think it's consensus Con Knuble.
Yes.
I think it's Concanepo.
Pretty easy.
Cooper Flag, number one, I'm fine with, but I think Dylan Harper deserves some respect and recognition to at least
Yes, for sure.
have it be a conversation.
Am I also bugging out for thinking VJ deserves a
He does
conversation
deserve.
here?
I would
Given
still
the
take
fact how
Con.
poorly Con finished the season.
I'm not gonna lie, if we're going off of potential and upside, VJ Edgecombe is over Concanepo.
That's what I'm saying.
Even with the shooting, because Concanepo in the playing games with the Hornets, he didn't hit his shots and then he couldn't be on the court because defensively he's not good. VJ Edgecombe, to me, the floor with him is safer at least in the postseason, and that's why I think that. And I think his talent level, he has a higher ceiling. I would still go Edgecombe over Concanepo.
Because he
not
wasn't
gonna lie.
unplayable down the stretch, even though the games were definitely dictated off how great was he shooting on any given night.
Yeah.
But his floor and what he provides on the other side of the ball, he's playable at all times.
The Heat also had to throw the kitchen sink at him, too. That was the player that they targeted and said, we're not going to let him beat us. And they did a great job defending him, but their game plan was literally, we're not going to let Con Knuble take over this game. The reason, honestly, for me is that I just think VJ Edgecombe would have been a perfect fit with LaMelo Ball as that complementary guard that brings all of those physical characteristics that the Hornets lack, that downhill slashing ability, the two-way playmaking, the intensity, and the tenacity. VJ Edgecombe, you could argue, is a higher ceiling. To me, though, I just love that fit with VJ in a place like Charlotte. So I guess you guys are switching. You're keeping it with VJ at 3.
I like VJ,
VJ at
personally.
3.
Okay,
So
cool
that
with
means at pick 4 for the Charlotte Hornets,
Con stays.
taking Con Knuble, nothing changes about this top 4.
Unless you can sway me
No
on another
Cedric Howard?
prospect. I'm in the minority here. I mean, I think this draft
Came in
has.
Molly Watch.
It's not Malawach.
Oh, I know you were
CMB?
very
It's CMB. It's Colin
okay.
Murray
All right, I
Boyles.
like
I
where your
love
head's
that
at
shout.
there.
I think Colin Murray Boyles, the offense needs to improve, but defensively, he's already one of the best defensive players at his position. He can guard all positions, and he is the second most valuable young player in the Raptors' young core. Number one,
I
Scotty
agree.
Barnes, and then the CMB.
Yep.
CMB is just the epitome of a winning player. And if we're talking about playoff translation,
He was eating.
Con Knuble, that is just a worry with him. He's just a rookie, but the shooting, if it wavers, so much of his value dissipates. And I know that there's other value in him just being that great of a shooter because the amount of attention he's going to draw, it is there. But why I'm kind of wary on the Hornets is their 3 core players can't play defense and get consistent stops. So I feel like inevitably in closing lineups, one of those guys are going to go on the bench, and most likely than not, it is going to be Con Knuble because he's just the weakest defender of LaMelo and Brandon
I
Miller.
disagree. LaMelo's the weakest of those 3 defenders.
Yeah, but LaMelo's
LaMelo's
not
the
coming off
weakest.
the court, I don't think. He's too visual offense.
Yeah, but LaMelo has a lot of damaging characteristics in his game.
But even if
He was
the
getting
weakest defender,
ragdolled by Davion Mitchell in the playing game.
I mean, sure,
he's
but
the worst defender. Of
even
those
if he's the weakest defender, he's their offensive engine. When he's not on the floor, the offense with
but he
Knuble
can also
isn't
his
that good.
decision making and his shot selection is also really immature for a player. At that
But I
level.
don't care. He
just led a top 3 offense in basketball.
His
This past
offensive
year was-
rating.
It was
Last
not
year.
top 3 offense without Con Knuble literally setting the rookie record in 3-point shooting.
The offensive rating with LaMelo
You're
on the floor and Con Knuble off the floor was elite.
LaMelo Ball is the engine. His playmaking he's the table setter for him, for Brandon Miller, for Con Knuble, For Bridges, the whole offense goes off of LaMelo Ball's creation. Whether he is erratic with his shot selection, I'm going to agree with you there. I think his shot selection, his shot die definitely needs to be cleaned up, but his playmaking is one of the elites in the league.
And so even still, he brought down his turnovers and up his efficiency this year.
Here's the data right here. LaMelo Ball.
Still inefficient as
When
shit.
LaMelo's on the floor and Knepel's off the floor, the Hornets have a 123.2 offensive rating. When LaMelo's on the floor and Knepel's on the floor, they have a 126.8 offensive rating.
Makes sense.
When Knepel's on the floor and LaMelo's off the floor, their offensive rating drops down to 113.9.
There's no creator.
When LaMelo is on the floor with or without Knepel, the offense is elite. I don't think it is as reliant on Knepel as you're making it out to
A
see.
126 offensive rating with Con.
And
No,
a
with
123 without.
Without Con and with LaMelo. Without LaMelo and Con, 113.
It's very impressive. And I also feel like there's two sides of this. On one case, the offense this year obviously ran through LaMelo Ball because you don't have another guard that you're going to have run the offense. But that to me is not going to excuse in the play-in tournament the 30-foot shots from 15 seconds in the shot clock, haven't broken the paint, and then after LaMelo has that long miss, he gives up a transition layup. That's a 5-point swing in a must-win game. Moments like that, or defensively, him falling asleep off ball, him not being able to defend a lower-end starting point guard one-on-one, him not being able to switch. I agree in the sense that LaMelo Ball is a good offense. His skill set offensively is pretty sensational, and he's a good player overall. But there's so much he leaves to be desired when you look at all of those issues, and they've come up again and again, especially in the play-in tournament, and I don't believe you can ignore them. Also, with Concanoopel, you can't deny, you can throw the numbers at me, but he is the player that took their offense to the next level once Brandon Miller was healthy. Their offense isn't going to be that good without those supporting parts, and they are additive. They are necessary for each other to maximize one another.
Don't disagree.
If you were to separate them, they would not be able to maximize this sum of their parts.
I believe that it's just LaMelo was healthy this year. That's the biggest difference. I mean, when LaMelo was on the floor, the offense was elite. And last year, they had a plus 11 swing with him on and off, and they were garbage. Like, Knepel deserves credit.
Yes.
Right? But I think most of the credit is definitely geared towards
gotta be
LaMelo by far and away. But this is the ceiling and floor conversation, which is why I thought Edgecombe should be number 3 and Knepel number 4 I'm fine with. I think the other ones I'm just getting a little ahead of myself because I just think that this draft class really features players that have amazing defensive versatility. And if they could just figure it out offensively a little bit, it really makes them intriguing long term.
Can I say one last thing? Don't think Khan's a bad defender. I just disagree. He's very strong on his upper body. He can defend his position well. He is not
size at least.
He's not an above average lateral mover, but he's able to stay in front of his defenders, and he's not going to get bullied. He's able to play with power. He's one of the strongest players in his position, and he plays like his level of conditioning and his effort level defensively. It's high. If you're to call him a bad defender, I don't agree, especially in the fact that he's just turning 20 years old. And so when I look at him and Brandon Miller physically, and when I look at Miller's athletic traits, I believe Charles Lee can get more out of them in the future. But when I was watching the Hornets play this year, I felt like he was a fine defensive player for the two.
I mean, that's fine. If you want to say he's fine, I want to say he's bad, it's okay. I mean, I just saw him get routinely picked on against the Heat. They were going at him.
You thought he got picked on more than LaMelo?
I think he's a bad defender too.
Well,
the Heat.
The thing is, Knipple couldn't play.
Because offensively, he couldn't hit shots, so they had to play Kobe
that's
White.
exactly the issue.
Kobe White was a flamethrower in the second half of the
That
season.
he was.
No, against the Heat, though, he was getting ragdolled.
No, LaMelo was getting fried. No way around it.
Davion Mitchell,
fried.
He was
NCAA champ, great college player, 28th best point guard in the NBA. He was ragdolling LaMelo Ball. Like, I don't think we're recognizing it. That's one of the worst starting point guards in the NBA. What do you think's going to happen when he has to play, I don't know, a Tyrese Maxey, a Tyrese Halliburton, and now you're asking him to be able to switch on different positions? That to me is where
can those
the
guys
Heat
guard him?
I feel like the Heat, yes, they can.
The
I
thing is,
believe Miami can.
Davion Mitchell is a really great defender, mid-offensive player. Fine. The thing is, with these other guys on the opposite side, elite offensive players,
LaMelo ain't
their
get shut
defense,
down.
he's going to fry them.
Against
LaMelo
the
shot
Heat,
poorly, but he didn't get shut down.
He shot very
winner.
poorly.
Took a
He
lot
hit
of
the game
shots.
winner. It also took a lot of things going his way after nearly costing the game right before that. A lot of luck after he had a disastrous sequence right before. But it was an incredible game winner. I'm not even trying to make that the point, but I feel like the Heat exploited a lot of LaMelo's weaknesses, and that's something you can't overlook. And the small sample size we've seen him in the postseason, there are a lot of issues. And I feel like LaMelo Ball has such a dynamic skill set that people just completely overlook them.
12 for 30.
And I have too.
For LaMelo.
It's fine.
12, drop 30. I thought it was worse. I thought it was like 11 for 36 or some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
If
I mean,
he
it's still
dropped,
not
if
good,
he
but it's
dropped
not-
30
it's
and
not
had how
bad.
many assists?
Did he have 30? I don't think
He
he had
did.
the fouling twice that game, probably.
He had 30.
How many 3 throws?
Let me see. Go to
He's
play
gonna get to the
stats.
line.
LaMelo does not get to the line nearly enough.
He was 12-31, 2 of 16 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line.
Okay.
10 assists. He had 5.
He was
In
getting
a,
down
double,
hill.
in a double overtime game.
He
if
shot
I'm not mistaken.
ridiculous. I mean, he shot
Second-
ridiculously bad for
Plus
the team.
15, second best on the team. Only 3 players
Yeah.
are positive. 4,
How many assists did you say?
10. 3
The
turnovers.
reason why you can live with the inefficiency in the defense is because he raises your floor offensively.
Played 40
The reason why
minutes,
Kneppel couldn't stay on the floor is
He didn't
because
play OT.
offensively he couldn't hit shots, but
Yeah.
defensively he was also like
Yeah,
making
he
no
was 2 for
contribution.
12
I agree
in
with you,
that game.
Joel,
It was bad.
But that doesn't excuse the fall,
From three?
the ball watching and falling
From the
asleep
field.
offensively.
I'm not saying it
or the
excuses
shot
it.
selection.
I just don't
LaMelo
believe
was
that.
no,
That is my
Oh, no, he
main
was 2 for
point.
12, wasn't he?
That's my main point about the Hornets core is I feel like they have Brandon Miller is actually the only one that's like good and serviceable. LaMelo and Kneppel are both bad defenders. They're both going to get picked on routinely.
We're gonna have to.
If you're telling
agree to
me that
disagree, but-
LaMelo's going to get fried by Tyrese Maxey and these top end guards, what the hell is Con Kneppel going to
Well,
do?
Con Kneppel can guard his position.
The top guys in his position, no way.
No, but generally he's capable of guarding his position.
Well, you
If
said
they're
Tyrese Maxey,
if they're
to be
weak
fair.
players, but if you mentioned Tyrese Maxey for LaMelo Ball, if you an above average starter is
Donovan Mitchell.
Andrew Wiggins was frying Kneppel routinely in that
Wiggins-
game,
Wiggins
and he
was
had a
playing
great game in the play.
Wiggins was cooking.
I mean, if-
Wiggins was cooking.
Bro, I think whatever Kneppel, whatever you could think Kneppel was like a valid.
No, I've
defender.
seen
It's okay.
one of the strongest players in his position. He's a fine lateral mover, and he plays with a lot of effort, and he's a lot smarter, a lot more cerebral in the defensive end.
Who's
Do you,
the-
agree- do you disagree with any of that? If you disagree, let me know.
I think
maybe
he's
I'm wrong.
cerebral.
He doesn't
Cerebral?
fall asleep
He's a
off the ball
smart
defensively.
defender.
He plays with a lot more effort, a lot more engagement on the
He
defensive
does,
end.
he
Off
does
the
a lot
ball.
of things.
Sure, and overall, even with that engagement, he's now more valuable than LaMelo Ball.
I'm just talking about the defensive end. The only reason why I said that was because you said with 3 of them, and I understand what you're saying.
They're
It's more
both
so
negatives on
they don't have a
defense.
perimeter stopper. I agree with that. But it was the sense like all 3 are bad defenders, and I was like, I feel like Miller can be a better defender. He's not right now. And I felt like Con Kneppel's a fine defensive player, not a bad one.
Kneppel as because of what average defender? Like,
Yes.
okay, sure. That's really not giving me much anyway. The way what I saw in the playing game is he was getting fried. It was not good. It was as if Eric Spoelstra was on the sideline saying he's ass on defense.
Yes. But I felt like with LaMelo is a lot more of an issue.
We're just comparing who was worse on defense.
They both were dog
It's
shit.
fucking-
One
yeah,
was
ass and
unplayable
dog
towards
shit.
the end.
Yes, but it was also because Kobe White had to close those games.
And on
did.
top of it, Knippel couldn't hit the wide
yeah,
side.
that
of
was the main
barn.
reason why I didn't close.
Lights were
Knippel could not hit a
too
shot.
bright.
Who's the fifth pick here?
Utah Jazz. Are they
think-
still taking Ace Bailey or are they going to call him where it boils? For
I
me,
think CMB 's
taking
a-
CMB.
And Cedric Howard, no.
No.
I like Cedric, and I
I
feel
mean,
like
he
he's
just got shut down end of the season because the Grizzlies were tanking.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that Maluwatch has a higher ceiling than Cedric, and I think that so does CMB, in my opinion. I think Cedric Howard is an incredible player, though. This draft is very deep.
It is a deep draft.
He was deservedly a first-team All-Rookie selection, but the Jazz desperately need that defensive chops, which they have none of outside Jaren and Walker Kessler. And with CMB, you have someone that can
I
guard
also like
almost
Ace.
5
You
positions.
could just keep Ace. I'm not gonna lie. Like
Yeah,
Ace
I
put
don't thi-
together a fine rookie campaign.
I don't hate it, but I
With the
just
Jazz we know, is it the Jazz that are today or the Jazz
Today.
that were? I
It's
feel like
funny-
What we know
CMB's maybe fits better.
It's funny
You
because
still have Walker Kessler and you still have Jaren Jackson. It's not necessity.
CMB can guard 4 positions, and 2 of the 3 of them at a high level.
Yeah.
They don't have any perimeter defense at all.
what
And
I
CMB
learned
can guard on the perimeter
is that
fairly well.
if we keep Ace Bailey here, nothing has changed within the top 5, and maybe nothing needs to change.
I think it's really that
It's
low
fun.
key.
It's only 1 year in, but it just goes to show that all of these guys, for the most part, did their
They
part
are who they
this season.
thought we were.
Yeah.
They are who we thought they were.
Let's go to the next year, 2024.
Now moving on to one of the more unpredictable draft classes, 2024. The top 5 picks were the Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards, Houston Rockets, Spurs, and Detroit Pistons.
Castle's
one.
number 1.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
He's the best player in the draft.
Number 2,
Shit.
Alex
Who's
Sarr.
second pick?
Wizards don't change a thing to me.
Yeah. Second pick, Wizards. Okay.
Super duper lock, if I'm being honest.
The third pick to me, if I'm the Houston Rockets, is AJ Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The other
Wow.
options are Mataz Buzelis,
Mhm.
Keyshawn George, Reed Shepard again, Edie Clinton.
I probably am on the Klingon side of things personally. I just think his versatility as a defender as well. Great rebounder, great shot blocker. A little bit of upside on the offensive side of the ball, if I'm being honest, too. I understand that AJ Mitch, fine, but I think I'm going with Klingon still.
Who's a better player?
I'm probably in the minority, but
I'm probably going to go Klingon.
I would take. Let me just relook because
Thinking what the Hornets need, they need offense.
I'm not gonna lie. I would take
For the Rockets.
The Rockets.
No, right,
Yeah.
sorry, not the
We
Hornets,
we
the
moved
Rockets.
we moved past the second pick fast because
Yeah.
I would have taken Mataz Buzelis over Sarr. I think Mataz Buzelis will end up
Not
being a
after
better
this
player.
past season, bro.
Why? Buzelis was better.
In what regard?
Even with 80
And
now,
what? Wait,
would you rather
AD?
80 play the 4, Sarr play the 5?
I don't think Sarr could play the 5. To be honest, I think
No,
he's
he's a
more
four.
of a 4.
He's
Okay.
a 4.
So, but either way, he really can't space the floor that effectively. Mataz Buzelis is a better transition player. He's a different position to him in totality. I mean, he can handle the ball, put the ball on the floor. He's excellent in transition, and that shot has come along for Buzelis more, in my opinion. I think Buzelis has like real franchise upside.
Well, on the defensive side of the ball, it's obvious. But also his touch near the basket, Sarr this season, the improvement from last to this year, dramatic.
Defensively, the Wizards were terrible defensively.
Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you, but he can only control what he
terrible. Yeah.
controls.
I understand, but a true anchor, you can at least make a bad defense be somewhat formidable.
Still
I don't know
Wizards.
what Sarr did
There's
to.
no anchor in that unit.
I don't know what Sarr did to like now have like wow defensively he was really good. Maybe it's just the raw block numbers. I'm not sure. I just look at Buzelis' offensive upside and I just would take that over Sarr. I lean heavily in the favor of offense most times. 10
You
times
were
out of
just
10
arguing for me, Kyler Murray Boyles.
because the offensive upside is there with him because he's a
And Alex
really
Sarr,
amazing.
no?
He's not the passer that CMB is. CMB is a much better passer than him. He's a much better connector.
Much
He can-
better.
Yeah, I do think so. Sarr is a good player, but if I were to bank on one of the two being a franchise star for me, it would be Buzelis over Sarr.
I mean, the dramatic improvement from year 1 to year 2 in Sarr.
I mean, Buzelis was supposed to be the number 1 overall pick in the
He
draft.
just didn't have a 3-ball. I
Well,
understand.
he was like a year before, and then Sarr is supposed to be number 1 overall pick.
Like, if we're looking at just the raw numbers, this past year, Sarr played 27 minutes, shot 48% from the field, 33% from 3 on 3.1 attempts. He averaged 16 points, 7.4 rebounds, 2.7 assists, 2 blocks per game, 0.8 steals. Mataz Buzelis this past season, he played 29 minutes per game. He shot 46% from the field, 35% from 3 on 6 attempts, and he averaged 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1.5 blocks per game, 0.7 steals. It feels like the block numbers for them were pretty similar, and the efficiency for Buzelis was better. I think it's close, but Buzelis, to me, I just like him more long term.
I understand that. It's tough to use.
And I'd pick him number 3 over AJ Mitchell.
I felt like for the Rockets, they just needed more of a pure guard.
Okay. We're doing this off fit. Okay, I understand.
Personally, I do agree that Buzelis is the better prospect long term, but they just have such a glaring need, and I feel like he's an upgrade off Reed Shepard. I hear what you're saying, and Buzelis still only played 29 minutes. It wasn't that much more than Sarr, but I felt part of what held back Sarr after a great start to the year was his hamstring injuries, which forced Washington to have him play on a minutes restriction, and he only played, I believe, it was 48 games roughly. So we weren't able to see truly a full version of Sarr. And it sucks too because he has this foot injury, which is basically completely taking away an offseason development from him. He's not going to have the opportunity to take his game to another level. And so because of that, I can understand Joel Buzelis developing at a higher rate as he has this entire next 4 months to improve, and Sarr won't. But I just feel like Sarr to me showed a little bit more, even though it was narrow in their sophomore seasons.
Like, I get it. You know, the redraft, we're doing it by fit. Like, Wizards have more of a front court need than Buzelis because they have Keyshawn George and stuff like that. So I understand. But, I mean, I think they would have been fine taking Buzelis either way. But
It's true.
still, That's fine. I just wanted to vouch for Buzelis. I would have him as high as number 2 on this list.
So would you guys take Buzelis number 3 for the Rockets or a guard?
I think I would still take AJ Mitchell. I think the need for a lead guard is bigger than for Buzelis.
And then the 4th pick is who?
San Antonio. Originally Castle.
Yeah, Klingon.
Wemby and Klingon?
If Buzelis on the board, I'm not taking Klingon over him.
Klingon and Wemby together is fucking
Insane.
nuts.
I'm not definitively taking Klingon over Zach Edey. Zach Edey, his impact metrics are
barely
otherworldly.
played this year, bro.
I know,
The 9
but
games
that's because
that
of
he
the
played were
injury. That's because of
ridiculous.
injury. But Zach
He was
Edey,
good.
as a rookie, had amazing impact. When he was off the floor, the Grizzlies' offense fell off because he was an offensive rebounding machine. He has elite touch around the rim, and he's an excellent shot blocker. Zach Edey, to me, is better than Donovan Klingon.
He didn't play this year.
He played, what, about 13, 20-some games?
It was
Yeah,
very little.
It wasn't really that much.
In the, I want to say it was 9 or
Might
10
have been less than,
games.
I'd say 20,
I don't think it was 9 or 10.
It was
He
not
played-
20.
He played more.
It was 11
He played
games.
It was 11 games.
In the 11 games that he
He was
played,
amazing.
he was
He was awesome.
his
ridiculous.
plus minus was one of the best in the NBA.
It
On a
was.
very terrible team.
It was. Bro, he was awesome. Zach Edey, I love
Oh
Zach
my
Edey.
gosh.
I'm a Zach
Yo.
Edey. I love Zach Edey.
All right, so
I love Zach Edey.
in the 283 minutes that Zach Edey played this last year, the Grizzlies had a plus 28 point differential,
That's
which
pretty
would rank
ridiculous.
in the 100th percentile in the NBA.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's 11 games.
It is an
11
incredibly
games.
small sample size, but 11 games, 100 percentiles.
For an ass team, that's what you want SARS metrics to look like.
Fake.
He was on an ass team, and that's what his
also
metrics
when
look
they
like.
had hopes.
The
But are you
Grizzlies,
still
at
taking
one
a
point,
big over Zealous? You taking to go double big with Wemby?
no, I would take Buzelis.
I think you
here.
need a different type of big to pair with Wemby than Klingon or
I think
Edey.
they needed size too. It's not just a big. They needed a power forward as well.
They
the
do
Spurs.
desperately need a power forward because
Both of
Keldon
those
wasn't
guys
there in the
are
playoffs.
upset.
I can't justify Buzelis falling to 5 because he's just so much better than I
I'm with
think
you, Joel.
Edey and like Klingon.
I would take Buzelis here. I
So
wouldn't be able
much
to fall
better.
anymore.
Yes,
Bro, I understand that. I'm not trying to say that in a slight to Buzelis. It's more so you're underselling Klingon and what he meant to the Blazers this year.
I think Klingon's fine. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You're overselling.
As
it,
a
I think.
defender, I'm overselling
Their
him.
defense wasn't good.
Whose?
The Blazers.
What do you mean it wasn't good?
It wasn't good. The Blazers defense was painfully mid this year. It wasn't a bright spot for their team.
Klingon was a great defender this year. Objectively great defender.
And I'll give him grace. You know, he had us withstand Denny Avia lineups, and that's why their defense tanked. But overall, like, the defense wasn't the bright spot for the team. The bright spot for the team was that Denny
Was Denny
Avdia
Avia's
was
offense, ironically.
a ridiculous slasher. He was one of the best drivers of the basketball in the league.
Blazers are a mid team in a West, and they made the playoffs.
Shout out to Denny.
And he's anchoring a defense
They had a
with.
Denny had a good
couple
year.
defensive pieces. Drew was banged up, to be fair. Sumani.
You asked people to uplift mid, correct? You asked them to do that, be average.
But the uplifter of the
In year
team was
two?
Denny
Yeah,
Avdia,
it was
though.
Offensively, he was uplifting.
But
Without
that
a
was
shadow
the
of a doubt.
brightest spot of their team. That is what got them
And
to
then
be
number
a playing
2
team.
was the
It was-
rim
That is what got them to
protection
be a
of
playoff
Donovan
team.
Klingon.
Because Kamara had a better offensive year, but a worse defensive year. So Klingon had to pick up all of that slack defensively.
Yeah, but
He
the
was a great
fact that you
rebounder.
have
Led
Drew
the NBA in
Holiday,
offensive
an
rebounds.
elite perimeter defender, and Tumani, they have 2 of the best elite perimeter defenders in the league.
Kamara
that makes
wasn't
things a lot
as
easier.
good defensively this year. He was just better offensively.
He was still an excellent defender, though.
He was still good, but he wasn't all defense
like
level, in my
they
opinion.
have some excellent perimeter defenders. I mean, Buzelis, I just think he's a better player than Klingon, bro.
I'm
that's
with
it.
you.
That's it. Like, Klingon, the defensive stuff, that's fine, but offensively, I really don't think he's a net positive offensively.
The offensive rebounding is big. He averaged almost 5 a game. That's like the selling point because no one's guarding him from 3-point land, right? But there is a lot of value in what he brings for 20 to 25 minutes a night. With the 5th overall pick for the Pistons, the best players on the board, Clinton, Edey, Keyshawn George, and Reed Shepard.
What's between Edey and Klingon?
Yeah.
I'm an Edey guy, but
Even though they need shooting,
Keyshawn George
Like-
gives you a little bit of everything. And they
Yeah.
need a little bit of
I
everything.
feel like you have Duran. You probably want to go over someone.
Did we
that's
take AJ
more
Mitchell
help.
already?
Yeah,
we did.
Oh.
Yeah, we took him to Houston.
Three.
Right?
So we went AJ Mitchell, Buzelis.
Yep.
Yeah,
Already.
The Pistons just need a well-rounded two-way player. And Keyshawn George is that. He doesn't
I don't
have a
know,
weakness
man.
in
The
his game.
Spurs-
Taylor Shireman.
Imagine the
He is
Spurs with Klingon. Like the Spurs desperately needed another
Yeah,
big.
imagine the Spurs with another big that can't guard in space. How is that?
It's just
gonna
another
look?
slow-footed big. I don't know.
Holy
But the
shit.
thing is, when you take Wemby off the court, you have Klingon now.
That's a fact. But it's like,
That's
are you taking
big.
a
That's
backup
really big.
versus Bruzelis who could play with Wemby?
Yeah, that's the thing. A backup big for 15 to 20 minutes, or
I
Bizelis
understand.
who's going to close.
I don't hate where you're coming from there.
But I think for Detroit, I think you focus offensively. Can you find some help to go along with Cade? Because Klingon and Edey, I agree, are better players just individually. But if you're committed to Jalen Duren, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's where they could both play together. But I would just try to get some help up for offense.
That's where it becomes weird, like the fit versus best player conversation. Because if it was best players, I think it's number 1, Castle, number 2, Mataz, number 3. Yeah, AJ Mitchell as a second round pick has like risen up so far up that I think you could place him there. Then number 4, I mean, could be Sar, but Sar could be argued within the 2 to 4 spots.
Yeah.
And then you have Klingon or Edey. I think that would like round at the top 5. The reason why I'm so optimistic on Edey is because everything that people are hyped about when it comes to Edey Mara, the agility drills, how he performed at the combine athletically, Zach Edey's numbers were better all around.
Jared McCain, pick 5?
No.
Jared McCain's definitely a top 10 convos. I would probably still go with
Was he better
George
than
with the
Keyshawn
bigs.
George?
I don't believe so.
I mean, McCain was on pace to win
Awesome.
Rookie of the Year before his injury.
George-
And he was great for the
George
Thunder.
was hurt. Same exact case with Sar. George played less than 50 games, but we saw him take a big step forward. He could shoot well, good playmaker, very good connector, very capable defender, fouled a ton. But Keyshawn George would just slide into their lineup well as one of their 2 or 3 two-way players, right? I can understand a big, but just not for Detroit necessarily, because you have Duren, Beef Stew, and we saw Paul Reed as well. So that's why I'm leaning wing player. Reed Shepard for the 3-point shooting, you could argue. He was a hair below 40% on high volume, and he wouldn't have to be the primary point guard. He wouldn't have to be the primary ball handler. And him playing off Cade or being kind of that like Marcus Sasser plus, it would be perfect. So I can hear
Nah,
I mean,
Shepard.
just knowing that this is the Pistons pick, I really do think it's just McCain. He's a flamethrower from 3. And
Would
they
you take
need
him over
shooting.
Shepard?
McCain.
I
I think
would.
both could play off. Both could play off ball and thrive.
What have we seen higher?
I'm not
better
positive
performance
on
from
that.
That
McCain
both
or
can play off
Shepard?
ball and thrive, I'm saying?
Oh, no, I'm saying
Oh.
between Reed and Jared
You can-
McCain. I don't know if I take McCain over Reed. I think Reed Shepard still has upside. I
I'm
think he's
higher
a
on
good
Shepard
player.
long term.
Okay.
I think he's a
I'm
good
higher.
McCain's rookie year was better, of course. It was
I
a
don't
sample
know
of 30-some games.
Who I'm higher on, honestly. And that's more of a statement on Reed
know
than...
both?
Yo, you talked about improvement with Alex Sar.
Fair
The
enough.
improvement
Fair
we saw
enough.
from Shepard when he didn't get
You're
opportunities
right.
rookie year. He
You're
got
right.
5 or 6 games. He got it this year. Was awesome.
Fair play.
Was really good, I should say. McCollum Gillespie was.
Also,
Shepard was similar.
defensively, Cone.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, dude. I think this 5th pick is really between Reed and McCain.
It is funny. I guess the 5th pick wasn't great for the last draft either, but looking at the differences between the last 2 drafts.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of guys that can be argued for just the 5th best player in this draft overall.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, if it's between Reed and McCain, I'm not going to lie, dude. I think I'm going Reed.
Me too.
I still have more belief in Reed long term. But Jared McCain, I mean, he was awesome his rookie year. In the playoffs for OKC, he had big moments.
Mhm.
He's a flamethrower. He can shoot the ball, lights out. So
I like
it's
Jared McCain.
tough. They're pretty similar in my opinion. But Reed just has more athleticism to his game, so he has more potential in theory. But I don't know. It's pretty close. This draft class is pretty mid.
Would you guys want to continue with the 2023 draft as the final one?
That one's easy.
Yeah,
Wemby's
let's
number
let's
one.
wrap it up.
Yeah. Wemby at number 1. Number 2, Charlotte Hornets. Amen, Brandon Miller,
Casey
Keontae.
Wallace.
Keontae, Brandon Miller, Amen.
I don't hate it. I'm probably going Amen at 2. At 3, Asar.
Who's the 3rd pick?
Third overall
Brandon
pick's
Miller,
Portland.
but I'm saying
Stu
Asar.
Henderson was the pick.
Asar should be pick 3. And honestly, Asar has a conversation for 2.
I firmly
Asar
disagree.
is so comfortably the second best defender, and if Wemby didn't exist, he'd be one of the best defensive prospects.
Asar, I'm surprised. Here's the thing. Asar is the best perimeter defender in the world, but Amen's top 5, and his offensive game is so much more developed than
Don't
Asar.
disagree.
I don't know if Asar is ever going to get there just with his lack of assertiveness and that lack of aggression, which Amen already has. This as a playmaker, he brings so much more. I feel like Asar has kind of put himself in a box offensively where it's difficult to close with him at times.
I'm fine with the top 3. The top 3
Easily.
is fine.
Easily.
So
Top
Asar
is
would
fine.
be 3 for you. over Keontae George. I feel like Keontae deserves some
He plays no
conversation here.
defense.
He does play no defense, but you have been a huge offensive
You did say
upside
it 10 minutes
individual in
ago,
this
offense
conversation.
will you weigh more heavily.
Yeah, but he has 1 year of efficient scoring. The first 2 years of his career were very inefficient. He has 1 year sample size of efficient scoring. I don't think Keontae is a better player than Brandon Miller.
Okay, I can hear both sides.
But Brandon Miller has the injury concerns. That's it with him. That's why the next pick, I'd go Brandon Miller, to be
For
honest.
Houston at number 4.
4.
I would as well.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
And if I'm the Pistons at number 5,
Taking Kaysen.
so it'd be Kaysen, Sar, Tumani Kamara, Jaime Jaquez.
Yo, Kaysen or Brandon Miller? Honest question.
That's what I was asking about
No
the Thompson
BS.
twins, too.
No, Thompson's win got it.
They got it, but it's also there's a world where offense it just doesn't happen. And like they become these demon defenders, but offensively you're kind of scratching your head trying to figure it
I
out.
don't know. This guy Sar already looks like a Hall of Fame defender.
No, I agree. Both of them are ridiculous. But
Between
Kaysen, you said baseline offense.
the
Good
5th
point.
pick, if it's Keontae, and then who else?
Kaysen Wallace.
It's Keontae. Is that the argument here?
Tumani Kamara, Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah, no, it's really Kaysen and Keontae. I mean,
What's this for the Pistons? You said right?
Yes.
it just
They took
depends
Ron
on what
home.
you value more,
Well, if you have
because
Cade, yeah.
I do think
But
that
the thing
you
is-
could. Keontae could fit next to Cade
Yeah.
No,
pretty
he could.
comfortably.
Yeah.
I think also Kaysen, I'm more
He
in
fits the
belief of
Pistons.
just his offense too, just
Yeah.
improving. I
He
think
fits the Pistons. Defensive minded player, can space the floor, very high level, and on top of it, can also handle the ball.
but I also don't want to overthink it. I mean, Keontae George just averaged like 25, 26.
That he
a night.
did.
He did.
No,
But I also think two-way play matters for Kaysen.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with the pick, honest to God.
yeah, but I would go Keontae just out of respect for what he did. He was a borderline all-star.
You're hilarious. You're fucking
Well, he
killing me
said
in this
all offense.
conversation.
He did say he's an offense.
All
No,
offense.
but
That's his thing.
Okay.
He saw Jalen Brunson do that.
He's
shit
sticking
and
to
said,
his
"I don't give a
guns.
fuck what you
Not
do
gonna argue.
offensively. Give me 40.
I hear you.
We'll figure
What
out
was the
rest."
inconsistency?
Nah, I don't know. For one moment, you're like, 1 year. Next, the offensive upside. Let's not overthink it.
I mean, the thing is with Kaysen, he's an elite defender, but his offense right now is like 9 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it is situation,
Situation.
I would argue.
I mean, if
But
he's
I
in
don't
that
think
situation,
he's
what
not
is it,
averaging-
13?
He's not averaging 25 for Utah. I don't think he's doing that.
I think the gap they're what they are is two completely different spectrums. Kaysen's this defensively, Keontae's this defensively. Keontae is this offensively, and Kaysen is this
Yeah.
offensively.
We
Like,
did
there's
see
two different
Would
sides.
you say
of
the
spectrum.
gap's smaller offensively though?
No, it's pretty.
Really?
It's pretty similar. I think both gaps are large.
know.
He's disrespecting the shit.
Because I mean, Kaysen's obviously an All NBA level defender. Offensively, he's who the fuck are we talking about?
Keontae George.
Keontae George. Sorry. Keontae George is definitely a better offensive player, but Kaysen has shown that he could be a secondary ball handler. He could be a good 3-point shooter. He could attack in transition. He's athletic. He doesn't have the upside scoring that Keontae does, but
I mean,
he does a lot
has
of
he
other good
shown that?
things.
Kaysen, I mean, whenever he's on the floor with Shea, you're over here like nobody else can dribble the ball.
Because Shea is
I feel
always
comfortable
going
with
to
Kaysen.
initiate.
I mean, when AJ Mitchell's on the floor, he does his thing. Like AJ Mitchell came in as a second round pick and became a top 3 ball handler on the team. Kaysen Wallace was a lottery pick. Kaysen Wallace, he played this past season 26.6 minutes per game. He averaged 8.6 points.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's playing 35 minutes a night, what is it? Is that 13 now? You're getting elite defense, but the scoring gap is so far and away in favor of Keontae George that this pick is for Detroit. They just need more offense.
I agree.
They need more buckets.
I'm not
I
mad
hear
at
you.
it.
I would take Keontae with this pick. One thing that's underlooked with Kaysen is his first 2 years in the playoffs, he really struggled from 3, and this year he was money from 3. He went from 32% his first 2 years in the postseason to 48% this year
It's not sustainable.
on 4 attempts. No, it's not
It's
sustainable.
not.
But
Bro,
it's
juiced
him
up.
trending in the right direction as a 3-point shooter. I know he shot very well his rookie year, and that was unsustainable because
Bro, he shot amazing from 3
So
in the
there's
playoffs.
higher variance.
You're right.
Higher
He
variance
was like
with
36
lower
for the regular
sample
season,
size.
though.
Yeah, he was
wasn't that
35%.
But we are seeing some maturity offensively as well.
Bro, he shot 48% from 3 in the playoffs and averaged 8 points still. I don't think you're just getting much upside offensively, which is why I think for the Pistons, I'll probably go Keontae.
An all-league defensive player who's a serviceable offensive player is a pretty good spot to be. He's going to get paid quite well, but I agree. I'm taking Keontae. And that's going to be the top 5 picks last 3
Nice.
NBA drafts.
That was
Good
interesting.
idea, John.
Was.
Good job, John. I feel like
Some
this
good
is
conversations.
some very good conversations. I really enjoyed these.
I love talking about Concanuple's defense and Case and
And
Walls.
he's a fair defender.
Modest.
There's
just a lot of. I'm not going to say something crazy. I
Here we
really
go.
want to.
Say it.
His physical profile as a defender,
Paul George.
a lot. No. Concanuple, similar to Klay Thompson.
Okay.
He'll never be as good of a defender as Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching him defend, just with
Listen,
his upper
if
body
Connor's
strength,
an average defender and he's giving you this type of 3-point shooting,
Bro, they
you
put
fucking live
Klay
with it.
Thompson on Kyrie Irving on Christmas Day. You're never doing that with Concanello.
no, you'll never do that. He's not as good of a lateral mover, but Klay Thompson was rare in the sense that he wasn't the very best lateral mover, but with all the other things he had defensively.
He's more Joe Harris defensively than Klay Thompson.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. But I'm really
He
More
cooked
Joe
Joe
Harris?
Harris's ass on defense.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
The upper-
hate that you said Klay Thompson.
the
bro.
upper body strength is why I say that. He's one of the strongest 2 guards in the NBA. And he plays some 3 too.
Is he one of the strongest 2 guys?
He's been
I
saying it a
believe
lot.
so.
He's been saying it all episode.
Like, bro.
And I'll take your
Oh,
word for it.
no.
but I don't know.
I would keep saying it. It's like Desmond Bain too. But I feel like just for his position, he's able to really. If you want, you can't post him. And for the most part, he's gonna force guards
You
to
don't need
fade,
to
and
post him. You just get by him.
you can get by him. Yeah, he's not the best lateral mover, but I do feel like that physical profile is similar. And that's why I feel like he's able to be a decent player.
Nah, man, you're on Canepa's PR team. I admire it.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's
You
got to
are.
do it.
You are. It was me before until I saw the light with Harper. And he's from Jersey too, so it's just right. Shout out Rutgers. NBA news, the Knicks are not willing to go into the second apron. James Dolan came out and said that he doesn't want to. Now, for next season, Polymarket already has the 2027 NBA champion odds. Number 1, the Spurs at 23%.
Glazing.
Number 2, OKC at 21%.
Glazing.
And the Knicks are tied third with the Celtics at 12%.
Half glazing.
Now, we're going to look at or preview the Knicks offseason somewhat because now that they're not going over the second apron, their current payroll is $208 million. Second apron is $222 million, which basically all but shuts down any Mitchell Robinson or Landry Shamet coming back to the Knicks talks.
Mhm.
It feels inevitable. Mitchell Robinson will be gone. Landry Shamet will be gone. And those are 2 players that were key contributors on the Knicks championship run. Some other free agents they have, Jordan Clarkson, Ariel Hukporti, and Mohamed Diawara. Of these players, the only one I want to see back is Mohamed Diawara. That is the only one I want to see back. He was pretty good as a rookie last
His
year.
upside's crazy.
His upside, he's been going viral on Twitter. And he's averaging like 16 a game from me in my franchise.
That matters.
So listen, but Mohamed Diawara, I feel like he's the only person that I would want to bring back. And he's a priority because with the Knicks moving in this direction where you have to be more cautious of the salary cap and you're losing key contributors, the young players now matter more than ever. Tyler Kolek's development, Mohamed Diawara's development, the picks in this draft, the Knicks are going to have the 25th and the 31st pick in this upcoming draft. So those are going to matter much more. But it's a big question without having Mitchell Robinson there. Mitchell Robinson, for all you want to say about the free throw woes and how he can be unplayable because teams will just foul him in the playoffs, he's sealed the finals for the Knicks with the rebound. He's an elite rebounder. He's an elite defender. And replacing him isn't going to be easy whatsoever. So the Knicks have some question marks coming into this offseason, as does every team that wins a championship.
Mm-hmm.
When the Celtics won, you guys lost key players. When the Nuggets won, they lost KCP, Bruce Brown, they win as well. I think it took you guys a year to lose your team, though.
I was
It took
gonna
you a
say,
year.
they didn't
ran
really
it back.
lose
Us
anybody.
and
They just
OKC
gagged.
basically brought it back exactly the same, but obviously for both teams, it didn't work out.
Yeah, at some point you have to make those decisions where you're trading KP, where you're trading Drew. And right now, the Knicks are at that crossroads where some valuable pieces won't be back because of the second apron.
Well, you have about $14 million until you hit that second apron. You don't think you can bring back Mitch or Shamet, one of them?
I think Mitch at the very minimum gets $15 million per year. Shamet is probably a 3-year, $30 million deal,
I
so
feel like
$10
you
million
can
per
bring-
year.
yeah.
But the thing is that the Knicks right now currently have 10 players under roster. You need 5 more.
Yeah. so
A vet minimum
minimum's
is $2
$2
million.
You're
So
cooked.
you're thinking about if you pay Shamet, you're not going to be able to be under the second apron
Yeah.
while also filling out your roster. So
That'll
that's why it feels inevitable that they're going to be gone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Dolan's wrong. I know a lot of Knicks fans got upset at him for making the comments, But we've seen the second apron. We saw it with Boston. We're seeing it here soon with OKC. We've seen teams like Denver have to, finagle their way out of this thing. I'm not mad. It's just something that when you just win a championship, you don't really want your owner to say. But it's the right move. There's just too much limitations around the second apron. Unless the Knicks are able to get someone who is like a real difference maker. I'm talking about borderline starter that puts you into the second apron. Like for Boston, when you were able to get Drew and Porzingis, it's like, okay, all of a sudden we were able to revamp our entire starting lineup. For you to do it for depth pieces, for Landry Shamet, who he wasn't even in the rotation at parts during the season, that's a bigger risk. And Mitchell Robinson too, when he's on the court, he's great. But if someone's willing to pay him $15 million a year, that's just not something you're going to be able to swallow. Given the second apron issues, right? Because he has too many issues when it comes to the free throws and big moments. You really can't have him at the court on times. And then the injuries. It's unfortunate. He's been able to stay healthier over the last couple of years, but we know it feels like a bit of a ticking time bomb with him in terms of you don't know any given year. Is he going to give you 60 games or is he going to give you 15 and no playoffs?
Yeah. No, that's a huge thing. There is a part of me that kind of wonders. And on one hand, you want an owner that will spend, because the biggest competitive advantage in sports is an owner who's willing to spend. And James Dolan's exact comments were it'd be suicidal to enter the second apron in today's NBA landscape, which isn't fully true if you're in the second apron for 1 or 2 years. It's when you're in it for 3 years. But neither here nor there, I'm not the one spending that kind of money. There is a very interesting part of this for many teams, and this is what makes it so difficult to run it back, is that you have to pick and choose and kind of find the right place to pivot. I like Mohamed Diawara a lot. The Knicks leaned on him in certain parts of the season. Part of me wonders if they would pivot off of Josh Hart and save that $20 million to bring back Mitch and or Landry Shamet. But there's a risk to that because Josh Hart is a essential piece of this team in the regular season. He's the glue. He brings a lot of it as a playmaker and a rebounder, and you would basically be asking Mohamed Diawara in year 2 to replace a top 100 player, arguably, and that's a high expectation to put on. I'm not sure if he's ready for that, but if you're high on Diawara to be a starter, I do wonder if the Knicks could do that, because then you're keeping Shamet, and we saw Shamet for a better part of this postseason close over Josh Hart, and I know that it's easier to replace that shooter, but Shamet defended really well in the finals, and that's why he's going to get paid upwards to maybe it's $15 million this offseason, rightfully so. Cat's a unique archetype. It's not easy to replace.
I think with the Knicks, it's just about hitting on the draft. And luckily for them, I think like around where they're picking, there's going to be some good prospects. There's going to be some center prospects that they can get. But having a player that can immediately just provide what Mitchell Robinson provided is going to be pretty impossible, I think, unless we just get very lucky. But that's what is going on with the Knicks. Trae Young declined his option with the Wizards, but it's expected that he's going to re-sign on a longer-term deal. The Jazz and Walker Kessler stall on a $140 million offer. Walker Kessler rejected a 5-year, $140 million offer, which would pay him $26 million per year. This has now opened up potential skepticism on, whether or not Walker wants to be in Utah, but also the potential prospect of a team like the Lakers or another team that is desperate for some front court help to now come in the Kessler sweepstakes and pry him away from Utah.
How much you have to pay Walker Kessler? He won 170 million. Like that's
probably wants 30 M's a year.
Pretty decent contract.
It is.
I mean, it seems like a fair value, but
He wants Isaiah Hartenstein money, and I don't hate it.
the Lakers should get involved.
Easily
If
we
they want
should.
to.
It's
But
not
that would
even
have to be a
question.
sign and trade of some sort, because you're not going to have the money to outright sign him.
It would. I will say, to quickly talk about Trae Young opting out, I don't know why it surprised me. I know he's going to want more money, but at the same time, why not play it and prove it? I feel like you just put yourself in a position where you may get undervalued and you may sign for a contract that you're not going to be the most happy with. If you go out there and play this season for the Wizards and you go out there and you hoop like I'm anticipating him to do, you pay yourself into a real contract. I think that I understand where he's come from. He's Trae Young. The name alone is going to carry some weight, and it's going to give him a good payday. But I just didn't see the need for it, at least in this situation.
The way I see it is that the Wizards are going to try to get him on a lower number per year than 48.
Really?
And then they're going to try to give him a 4 or 5. Like, he's getting extra years of the security and then less money. So maybe it's kind of an agreement when the trade was made for the two.
Maybe
'Cause
a
I feel like
3,
you make
120,
that trade.
40 million per year at 120.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Yeah.
that makes the most sense. With Kessler, I'm kind of surprised he's earning that much money. I mean, he just came off a season where he didn't play at all.
Yeah,
He missed
like
the
3
entire
games.
season.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good in the games they did play, but the idea of Kessler is why he's going to get paid so much. He could defend. He's a true big. He can space the floor out. But, man, is it risky. Like, for example, if the Lakers, if this is their big move to get Walker Kessler, damn, is it risky. You're investing so much money to a player that missed an entire season. I think it's pretty bizarre that he turned down that
What was
contract.
It was
Injury?
just a torn labrum,
I was
which
gonna ask,
he played
yeah.
like 5 games. I feel like they shut him down in part. Could he have came back at the very end of the season? Maybe, maybe not. Coming off a shoulder surgery, I mean, I'm not entirely sure.
It's better than a foot or
A
knee
lot
or
better.
something.
And I feel like he'll be completely fine. I don't think it's indicative of any. I tore my labrum and I'm stronger now than I
restricted?
was, but I'm not an NBA player.
Yes.
But he's
Yeah.
so they can match.
It's
He'll be
expected
fine.
that the Jazz are going to match
Yeah.
any offer for Kessler.
He'll be fine, I think, injury-wise. It's just a matter of how much you value that archetype of a player, really, to me. And his camp has been on him making a lot more money. But
Utah is in a weird position because the need they have is guard because they have so many forwards, but they might end up just taking not AJ but like Boozer because of just having a 3rd overall pick. I mean, no, they have the 2nd pick, so they're either going to take DP or AJ. It's dependent. I'm not entirely sure, but it's weird because you have Jaren Jackson, Kessler, Lauri Markkanen. It feels like they need
Yeah.
to trade one of them.
I think we see what happens depending on their pick at 2. If it's Boozer, I feel pretty signed and sealed. Kessler's not coming back.
Carlos Boozer works the organization.
Cameron.
No, he's saying Carlos
The dad.
Boozer
Oh,
works
yeah,
with the
okay.
organization.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be interested if that were to happen, because if you don't trade them, Boozer might come off the bench, and I feel like that'd be pretty crazy for a prospect that would be number 1 in some classes. But if I'm Utah, I feel like I really want to bring back Walker Kessler because I need him and Jackson together with that lack of perimeter defense.
Mhm.
It's the only way I can put out all those fires they're going to give up at the rim.
You just can't bet against NBA pedigree.
Mhm.
NBA Sun pedigree.
No.
It's something I'm not willing to bet against. Cameron Boozer, number 1. Tim Duncan, 2.0.
There we go. I'm
That's the
waiting
type
for
of
it.
prospect we're talking about with Cameron Boozer.
No, we're not.
Let's not.
He's
do
the
that.
youngest of the top
He is.
3.
He's like a year younger than all of them, but
and he's
Duncan,
better than them.
Duncan's won like the 5 to 7
He won
best defenders
every
of all
major
time.
college award.
He did.
Duncan
And he
one of the
played
greatest
really well in
defenders
the
of all
tournament.
time.
Nah, he didn't. That he didn't do. But Cameron Boozer, this is combination of like the polishedness in his game, the handle, shooting ability. I just
Maybe a
feel
little
like,
more like Kevin Love.
I think Cameron Boozer just can't miss.
I like
Love would
that.
be fucking
I like
awesome.
That. Yeah.
Riv made that comp, and I see it.
Nothing wrong with
Makes
being
sense.
Kevin Love.
Yeah, that's
Might be a Hall of
awesome.
Famer.
Is a Hall of
Yes.
Famer for sure, bro.
All right.
You saw the 2016 team is
It
reunion
made me a bit emotional. You want to know why it made me even more emotional?
because Kyrie wasn't there.
Kyrie just doesn't fuck with them. I think it's time to just admit that he just doesn't fuck with them. And it's
all right.
okay.
Not
He doesn't
everyone's gonna
have
fuck
to.
with everyone,
He doesn't have to.
but nobody in Boston fucks with Kyrie either.
I
Same
also
as the
think
problem.
that this entire spotlight placed on Kyrie when we have to be understanding of the fact that he's rehabbing an ACL injury. He's trying to be ready to play, and he got his own things going on. He's very much still in his career. It is not like LeBron, who he's probably retiring
What's
after
Shannon
this
Fry
upcoming
doing?
season. Everybody on the team is essentially retired and out the league.
Yeah.
They have they don't have, outside of LeBron, they don't have the same responsibility to an NBA organization like Kyrie Irving does. So I feel like it's not that big of a deal that he didn't show up.
It is also June, though.
It is, but he was overseas, I think, with
Was
some
he? Yeah.
with a camp with some kids and
I'm
stuff.
not sure.
So that's why he ain't go. But
I didn't know
hey,
about
listen,
the reunion. I just know today's the 10-year anniversary.
I think it's
Yeah.
just cool. It's just cool
Kinda
to
like a golf
it's
trip
cool
and
to
doing all
just
this shit.
accept that Kyrie just really doesn't
maybe
fuck with him.
maybe
like that.
Kyrie doesn't like the golf. Maybe that's.
Who do you
all
think?
it is.
Do you think LeBron like takes the bill, or you think they split or something?
LeBron probably took it.
You think he did?
I mean, he's LeBron.
But I could understand how people that root for the team, root for LeBron James like yourself, are very sad at the fact that Kyrie isn't the
course.
closest with the players on his team because he hit one of the biggest shots in NBA history.
He did.
And you would think that they would be ridiculously close, all of them, including Kyrie, because they're all close outside of Kyrie. He's just the only odd one out. when they made the most historic comeback in NBA history.
Dellavedova showed up today or yesterday, I saw.
And man, Amon, if I'm not mistaken.
Jara was there.
We'll see if Kyrie's there for the
Rich
20th
Jefferson.
anniversary.
I
If he's
doubt
not
it.
there for the 20th
Maybe.
anniversary, then we got a problem.
Listen, Ray Allen and KG and Pierce, they made up. So I feel like Kyrie, they'd be all right.
I don't know. I feel like there's still another tone they don't mess with Ray. And they
Yeah,
don't mess with
definitely.
them.
Especially for KG, I feel like it's still there.
Yeah.
He went to Miami.
But I know,
Yeah.
fuck him.
And he hit the second biggest shot of all time.
Yeah, he's a sellout. Not getting 20 retired. Tell him that.
That's okay. 2
He
rings.
wasn't getting that retired, even if he did.
No way.
No.
No way.
2 rings.
Don't care.
The
I
one
care
that
about
y'all
one of them.
milk? Yeah, I bet.
One of them doesn't matter to me.
That Miami championship is better than the Celtics.
When he was a role player.
Yes.
That's my favorite shot of all time.
It is.
Have some fun.
It
man.
is.
No, this
I'll be
Jokic
honest-
Shot, Jokic from fucking like half court. shooting
Oh,
like
the
that
shot
in
already
the
was so
playoffs. Yeah.
incredible. But no,
No.
you don't understand how many times growing up,
That's a good answer.
every
Him saying that Ray Allen shot's his favorite shot's a
every
good
basketball
answer. Okay.
workout I did as a kid, I did Ray Allen's
Name a significant
corner
Tatum shot.
That was literally it.
Significant Tatum shot.
I've probably done that 1,000 times.
I could be here all day.
Thinking of it?
Yeah, because he's just, he has some of the most points in NBA history under 28 in the playoffs, or second most behind Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of big buckets.
Who is he behind?
Kobe.
Ah.
Kobe. Legend. Mamba.
That's true.
Dunking on LeBron. Big shot.
And then what happened?
He lost.
You ever notice that whenever we talk about players breaking records or getting close to it, there always seems to be a guy that's at the top of these records, right?
Came in the league
seems
at
to
like
be-
17, so.
Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Always seems to be one of those guys at those on top of those lists.
But
It's something I've noticed. It's the standard.
Not for everything.
definitely not for everything. That's for damn sure.
Fucking liar. And you're spewing lies. All right. We're gonna try to go 17-0. We're on firstdown.studio.com. And I just it just gave me the random team and generated it, and I got the New York Jets.
Fuck. All right, refresh. Let's do a new one.
It just feels as if do you want to refresh, or we could just take Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson's firm. So what is this? Quarterback, receiver, 2 running back? What do we got here?
Quarterback, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 1 tight end, defense, and head coach.
Would I be asking a lot if you put it on screen?
No, I'll try to. Let me see.
Fire.
I'm going to be transparent with you guys. We have to go 17-0.
There we go.
Okay, so in the meantime of doing all that, the Eagles were the next team that I got.
Okay.
So this feels like defense or Saquon
Defense
Barkley.
or Saquon. I think
So no Jalen Hurts?
No.
Absolutely not.
Thoughts on Dallas Goddard, straight up.
I'd rather go with the defense.
All right.
Defense.
Top 5 defense or top 6 running back.
Do you guys want to go
Saquon's-
defense or
I
running
like-
back?
This is yours.
Saquon.
This is yours.
Okay, it
You're
is
building
mine.
it.
I thought we're building together.
No, bro, I'm not trying to build it with y'all.
Okay.
All right, Joel, it's on
I
you.
want to go with Saquon. I just feel like that's safe and easy. Let me go Saquon. Okay, it's spinning again. Next team, the Steelers.
Oh, you're screwed.
Sorry,
Mike
bud.
McCarthy.
Yeah, lock in Mike McCarthy,
Nah, I take
bro.
the defense. Low
Defense? Okay, John, I'll listen to you.
Jeez.
Steelers defense. The Tennessee Titans.
You're cucked.
Yeah.
GG's.
Okay.
Gunnar Helm.
Nah. Salah.
I'm just going to go with Salah. The Falcons.
Okay.
Tua
Okay.
Tagovailoa.
Kyle
Oh.
Pitts. All
This,
right.
This team is like 9-8, bro. Depending on quarter.
Cardinals.
This team's
Oh,
5-11.
no.
That
This
took
team's
you from
5-11.
10 to 5. Went, nah, not
I got
5.
the
Took you
worst
from 10
team
to 8.
possible. My team is complete. They gave me a record of 12-5.
They were fucking
Awfully
generous. All
awfully
right,
generous.
so this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna run a new game, and then you're gonna do all time, and we're all gonna do one of each.
Classic. This is your spin now, John, okay?
Let's do it.
All right, John, this is on you now. You got the 49ers first.
You got some options.
So, like, all time. is
No,
classic.
no,
this
this
is
is currently.
classic.
So right now, like McCaffrey, Kittle, Shanahan, defense, like those. Are,
Purdy.
yeah.
Shanahan might be the play. I'm going to go with Shanahan.
Good call.
Okay.
Would have been Shanahan or Purdy, or Kittle.
Kittle.
Shanahan is the play for John.
I agree, John.
All right.
Next team up.
How's
The
that?
Jets. Let's fucking
Your
go, baby.
Jets. Gotta be Garrett Wilson.
Brees
Sir.
Hall?
I'm going to go with Garrett. Wide receiver 2. Oh, wide receiver 1. I lied. Okay. Seahawks. I wish.
See, you cooked. You
Defense,
you fucked
defense.
yourself. Defense is good, but you go
Yeah.
Brees
JSN.
and then JSN.
What
That's
else
all
was-
I'm saying.
What else? I'd rather
You
get
a
running
Brees
back
and
Bijan.
Jason?
I mean, next one you have the
Bijan.
Falcons. This is
Oh, wow. I'm gonna
Bijan.
shut the hell up really
Yeah,
fast.
Come
cook,
on.
bro. Cook.
This team's
Are
looking
you
nuts.
going 17 and
Now they're gonna
0?
give me Browns quarterback.
Titans?
It's
Gotta
always-
be Gunnar Helm.
You got to take him
Gotta
and
be
just hope
Gunnar
for a better
Helm
quarterback.
or Daniel Bellinger, I guess.
I'm crying.
Gunnar Helm could be nice. Texas.
And quarterback.
Okay,
Drake
Drake.
May.
Drake
What do
May.
we got? I'm thinking 15 and 2.
I'm feeling good about this. 16-1.
13 and 4.
4.
Only one win better than my team.
Yo,
is crazy.
no, that
That's
is
nuts. That team is so much better.
no, that should be 14 or 15. That's some nonsense.
Gunnar Helm, really fuck you, bro.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
it.
New game. This is now on Mr. Dells.
Both you guys got on the Jets. That means I'm definitely
The
due.
Titans. I mean, should we just respin this? We're
No!
gonna.
Yeah!
No!
Give me fucking Robert Saleh, bro.
Thank you for having dignity, Dells.
Robert Saleh. It's just when you know you get the Titans, you're cooked already.
Okay, got a couple options. I will
There's
take
one
Jahmyr
option.
Gibbs.
Okay, 2, I suppose.
You're thinking about Amon Ra, weren't you?
I thought about it
course.
for a second. Gross. I could. It's either K Dot and or I'll take K Dot and I guess.
Yuck.
No, I need a better quarterback.
I was thinking they
receiver.
were.
Okay, defense. Or no, JSN.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Excuse
Little
me,
parody here.
JSN. So obviously their defense in the matter.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba.
Saints.
Defense.
Yeah, I want to hold out for an elite quarterback.
You have no
so
choice.
I'll take their defense.
Yeah, this is
Show
a
me
7 and 10.
Lamar.
This is 7 and 10.
Steelers.
Ah!
Rogers.
Top 5
Give me
quarterback
Will
all time,
Howard.
baby.
Put in Will Howard. I don't even want Aaron Rodgers. What do we
Will Howard
got?
was a selection. 8-9 record.
All
Now
right.
this is on Drew. New game.
It's time, gentlemen. I deserve this.
There you go.
Patriots.
Good start.
Okay.
You can take Drake, man.
Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. That shows a lot about your character. Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry's a good shot.
Howie. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Actually,
Yo, bro.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Oh, yeah. Jackson.
This is looking good so far.
So far, so good.
Panther.
Bryce Young.
Hold on.
Take your boy. Or take your boy.
Hold on. Defense.
There's a lot about what you think about Bryce Young.
Let me keep cooking.
The
There you
Lions.
go.
There's a chef in the kitchen. And I fear we're going to keep cooking. But why am I blanking on his name?
Gibbs.
No.
Laporta.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Laporta over Gibbs.
Sometimes you need a good tight end.
Sometimes maybe you just need to balance it out. There you
KC, Patty Mahomes. I guess I'll deal with that. That's whatever. You
go.
know.
All right. It all comes
That's
down to
it.
this.
This is the closest
best
one.
for
Big.
sure.
No.
Aaron Jones.
Damn, imagine you could have had Jettas. And then
The running back I was gonna be. Oh wait, no,
You could've
I
taken
Hawkinson.
Gibson.
Hawkinson fucking sucks.
Hawkinson.
So
Either which way, I'm cut.
had his time.
It's Aaron
He had
Jones.
his moment.
Oh, is Aaron Jones even on the team?
yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Every side.
the team is complete.
It's 15 and 2.
11-6. With Mahomes is crazy.
So John, wait, no, did Joel? You have the best record?
No, I
No,
went
John-
12-5.
John
John,
went
is
John's
13
13.
for-
Okay.
Well, we'll
okay.
spin this John one more time. Let's see if we get it.
All right,
Alright, so
snake
one more
draft.
time. One more time.
I'll go again.
All right, Drew goes again.
Come on. I'm feeling good. Okay, Raiders. Brock Bowers.
Oh yeah, that is good. I was about to say just respin it.
Next up, San Fran.
CMC.
Okay.
Oh, this is looking good.
So far, so good. 2 whites.
Let's get Jordan Love.
Always Carolina.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Tetaroa.
Okay. Mr. McMillan. Something here, man. Something sexy.
Bears.
It's really Ben
Yes.
Johnson.
Give me
again.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, easy. Easy, Ben Johnson. Okay. Defense.
No, we're cucked.
defense.
It's over.
It has to be the defense.
Defense.
No,
Yeah,
Defense. Shitter.
See, like if you get a team like the Browns, you want that first.
It's over.
Darnold.
The dream is over.
You just want to get the worst team out the way immediately off.
Yeah.
13-4, not
All
a
right,
bad
John,
record.
hold that.
Now it's on you, Dels.
Here we go.
I'm trying to cook something devious.
Lamar.
Okay. Boo! Already 9-8.
Here we go. Jet.
Okay,
Wow.
hold
Here
on.
we're- Hold on.
Hold on is right.
Hold on. Ah,
The Panthers, man.
fucking
Them the
defense.
Their
Yeah,
existence
you
is
gotta.
annoying.
Defense.
Unless you go Jatavion Sanders.
Yeah,
I
I'll
want to
take
punt.
defense.
I want to punt. You can't punt.
I mean, it's either Hubbard or defense.
I'll
It
take
is
a
Hubbard and
defense.
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 Their defense.
Good
is
play.
Their defense is
good.
fine.
Fine.
Okay.
Jacksonville.
Not great.
Not
Head
great.
coach,
I was
Liam
gonna
Cohen.
say Liam Cohen. Damn, we started off so hot.
Started
We need
amazing.
to close hard.
And that's not gonna do
be
it.
Jawan Johnson.
Jawan.
Even if I get fucking
That's not
Jonathan
bad.
Taylor, I don't know if it's gonna do anything.
No, I fear you're right. And
Yeah, I'll
When
take
Sean Junkins.
Junkins. Lamar and Jet to start, man.
Yeah.
I thought I had.
he got
something.
teased.
Jawan's good as like a
This could still be
hybrid
decent, though.
hybrid receiver.
13 and
There you
4,
go.
not bad.
They're necking.
John, it's on you. Let's see if you can do better than last time.
There we go.
Devon, yeah, I have to go H.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
There you
actually
go.
a good pick.
That's actually a good player.
You got the only good player on the team.
Jeff
for
Haslam,
real.
though.
The Bucks.
Where do you go here?
There's
Tom
so many things.
Bowles.
It's like Chris
No.
Godwin, maybe.
I'm not taking Godwin.
Ibuka, Baker.
Do I just punt tight end?
Yeah, I think that might be the
It
Tight
seems
end's
like tight
important.
end. Yeah, tight end. you can't-
Kadon's what, the 14th best tight end in football?
That's
Is that
pretty bad.
the play?
Something like that.
I'd rather that than just take a letters. I guess K Dot it is, yeah.
Okay, Cade Otton's the next pick.
Everything else kind of sucks.
The dreams of 17 and 0 are now gone.
All right, pick me again.
As a May Rider.
What else
knows
am I
ball.
gonna do there?
Commanders.
Look at that. Could have Jaden.
Terry
Darren McLaurin. Enjoy
respect.
that.
Terry McLaurin.
Terry locks in a 10-win season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
congrats.
not for real.
You just went over 500.
McLaurin.
There you go.
All right.
Ooh,
Maybe
okay.
take
Yeah.
that coach. Maybe
Give
take
me
McDonald.
no. I want Mike McDonald.
Okay. My
yeah.
bad. My bad. Mina Kimes, you could take.
Mina
It's
Kimes
funny.
is hilarious.
Oh,
Mike
that is
McDonald.
Yo, you should have done that
nuts.
just to see what happens. Maybe it's like a little
And
cheat
Panthers
code
defense. All right, that's a 12-win team.
right there.
13 and 4,
This game
same
loves
record.
you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, that's a good team.
so final spin. It's on
That
me.
team is fucking average.
It's just Terry and
Broncos ain't messing with that.
Eagles.
Here we go. Good start.
Saquon or defense?
Jalen Hurts.
Nah, come on.
Zing.
All
Take
right.
'em.
Let me just go
It's not me,
defense.
it's
The
them.
defense is elite.
My bad, bro.
I'm going with defense. I feel like defense always tends to fuck people over.
Ah.
Oh my
Ouch.
god!
You still got-
Wait,
you still got
Nico.
You got Nico. You got Nico.
That's still
Texans
brutal.
defense.
That
Texans
does hurt
defense
because you
was
could
so
have had
nice.
Saquon.
Yo, that
You're
sucks.
still in it. There
The
you go.
Bills, Allen.
Joshua. Joker.
Okay. Running back, tight end, head coach.
What the fuck is up with Carolina, bro?
Listen, I just gotta take Chuba.
Every fucking game we've gotten them.
Dolphins. Wow. Okay.
over.
Yeah.
Do they have Darren Waller still? They have Dulcich.
I gotta go with Jeff Halfley.
Listen, it's only right that we
That's the-
each play one more game. Third
Or
time's a charm.
Rondé Gatson.
Why don't we do one round table?
One
What
round
the
table.
fuck?
Round
13
table.
and 4.
13 and 4? Are we
Yeah.
on crack?
Round
Yeah,
table.
I mean, Eagles defense, Josh Allen, Nico Chuba. That's not bad.
One more round table. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Last one. Let's
Round
lock in.
table. Okay.
Dak Prescott.
Nah, I would go
CD?
CD, bro.
I would go CD. Try to
Okay.
get Lamar. Josh.
All right, no problem.
You know what I mean?
I'll shut up.
CD. What do we got next? Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Joseph. Lock that in. Good start.
Yes.
I'm feeling optimistic as hell. Okay.
Derrick Henry.
My
or
God.
defense.
No, Derrick Henry.
Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Henry.
No brainer. Hold on. We're cooking something flawless.
Don't.
Loveland.
Ben Johnson.
I would go
Loveland?
This
Loveland.
motherfucker. This
Loveland.
motherfucker.
It's
You want
Loveland.
I
Loveland
think
or
Ben
Ben
Johnson's
Johnson?
safe. I don't know if we're gonna get another demon.
No,
zone.
Loveland though is the top. He's
I
arguably going to
agree
be.
with
Because
where you're
if they
coming
get
from.
Stanford, we take Shanahan.
Yes.
But it's just the Raiders is bat worse.
We have not gotten the Rams yet either.
No.
Not one time. But bro, Loveland was so good in his rookie year. I don't know if we're getting a better tight end.
I think
I don't hate
there's
it.
a better chance we get
A coach?
than
Yeah.
a
A lot of
right.
great coaches.
You're right.
We
All right.
need
All right.
It's like 3 tight ends.
Is it
That's
Ben Johnson?
Loveland.
No,
Or
I think
Loveland.
it's Loveland.
Okay. Loveland
Like
is the
400
pick.
games.
Watch. Raiders.
Yeah, Browns. Yeah, I knew that was happening.
Defense.
Either which way. No, Hale Fannin.
Yeah. We could have went Ben Johnson here. All right, we're going with Browns defense.
Yeah.
Now the final
It's
pick.
still a good ass team.
Halfley.
Fuck,
So
bro.
hot. Started so hot.
13-4 incoming.
I think 14.
15-2.
Fuck.
All right,
We
we're getting
had
closer.
it.
One more.
All right, one more is fine.
The last
We
one.
We had it, man. Okay, Jettas. No hesitation.
O'Connell.
Jettas.
Okay. Just throwing it out there.
Josh Allen. Come on. All right.
Isn't this what you just got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the bar.
yeah,
That's
Lamar.
not a bad idea, Tyler. Giants. I think we go Harbaugh.
I think so.
Stop it.
It's a decent shout.
This isn't
No, I-
bad. This isn't a bad start.
No,
not
we're
at all.
eating right now. Buccaneers.
Bucky.
Kill me every
Bucky
time.
Irving.
Bucky.
Bucky Irving. Well done.
Don't feel great about that.
Tight end and
He's nice
defense
and healthy.
left.
Sam Laporta.
Yeah.
Got 13.
This is
written all
the
over it.
firmest.
What the
yeah,
fuck
firmest
do you mean 13 wins?
We have to get Boehner.
Bring me 17-0 right now.
Sure, that's not.
All
17,
right, let's
bro.
see.
That's 14.
15-2.
Look at this team and what's the flaw? We got arguably the best quarterback
If
in the
Bucky's
league.
not healthy-
Arguably the best wide receiver in the league. A top 4, top 5 tight end. Arguably the best defense next year. John Harbaugh and Bucky Irving, who was top 10 last year.
Ravens,
Bucky Irvin's down
two
season, I
Ravens
think,
over
brought
Bucky.
this down. Bucky's
all
down
last
season
year.
brought this down.
All right, absolutely dead last one.
Last
Bro,
one.
if
All
that's
right,
the-
let's
yeah.
go.
Dead last.
One more.
Dead last one.
All right, we got it.
Respin.
Respin,
Yeah.
respin.
Refresh.
This
on
can't
shit.
be it.
Yeah.
Fucking Carolina.
Colts,
JT.
JT.
I can't believe we haven't gotten the Rams.
Like, where are the
They're
Rams?
fucking cheating. Or the
Yeah.
Cardinals. We haven't even
Sam
looked at it.
Laporta.
Or
Amon
Amon
Ra,
Ra.
bro. Try
That
Amon
is
Ra.
true. It could be Amon Ra too, or
I
Dan
think
Campbell.
there's more variable
Campbell
to
is
get
more-
wide receiver.
I would
Definitely
say
is more.
Sam Laporta is
Yeah, I hear you.
the man.
All right.
I
all right,
can hear
it's
it.
like
Or
Laporta.
Dan Campbell.
Let's go Laporta.
I say Laporta.
Okay.
You sold
I
me.
feel like we've been ruined by taking tight ends too early. That's why I hesitate.
I hear you.
We've taken like
What do you
Loveland,
want, dude?
taken
We've
We've
Well,
Loveland.
never
what do you
taken
wanna
Amon
do?
Ra. Maybe
Take
that's the
Amon.
code. Maybe
Take
that's the-
Amon.
All right, let's take
Okay.
Amon Ra,
This game
St.
loves
Brown.
Amon Ra.
All right, this is a very good start. 2 all pros. Stafford
Sean
or Sean McVay.
McVay.
Sean McVay
McVay might be the play.
I think
McVay.
McVay.
or the
Easily.
defense. All right, McVay.
Wait, the defense. This is based off
Or
last year.
Stafford.
Right
I don't know.
now.
Stafford's
If this
MVP.
is
This
right
motherfucker's
now,
right.
I think it's Stafford.
is it
I
last year or
think
right
it's-
now,
I don't know.
bro?
I don't know.
I think it's
no idea.
Stafford.
Because if it's right now, you take Rams defense, and you don't think about it. Well, you do think about it.
no
obviously.
Rams
Miles
defense.
Garrett?
Rams defense dead last.
It's McVay or
respectfully.
Stafford.
I think
mean,
we
that
take the
defense
MVP
again,
and
bro.
hope they boost up an MVP in the fucking code.
Top 10 defense.
He's
as-
right. He's right.
Yeah,
He's
good.
right. Even though
Stafford.
McVay is McVay,
Fuck.
Salah.
you fucked us.
I think you punt tight
We've been
end.
fucked no matter what.
Punt tight end. in my
The
opinion.
fucking Titans.
Are we going with
Wait,
Salah?
who's the tight end? Chig?
Helm.
Helm.
Or
Gunnar
no,
Helm.
Chig's on
Chiggs and
Washington.
yeah.
Are we going with Salah?
I think so.
You can get some
man.
great coaches, bro. I would punt tight end, but doesn't matter.
Kincaid or the defense?
Probably Kincaid.
Kincaid. Kincaid's a great player. Just injured.
We always start
A
off
lot.
hot, man.
We're fucking
Or not
bent
defense,
over and
whatever.
fucked.
That's so brutal.
It's unfortunate.
First half.
14-3.
So you guys are telling me you don't want to try one more?
I think we absolutely have to do one. It's just the last.
All right, it's
Okay.
the last
It's really
one.
the last one. It
The
really is
last one, let's go.
Really dead is the last one. Refresh.
Refresh.
Okay.
Okay,
Ben.
Ben Johnson. There's a beauty with starting with a head coach.
There is.
That's the foundational piece. And this Brock Bowers every day.
Do it.
Alberto, man.
Yeah,
Bronco
wow.
legend.
I forgot he was employed by that.
Jets, we have to go Brees Hall.
I'm with you.
All right. Yeah, we tried Garrett a couple times.
Yeah, but it never did work.
No.
Hasn't worked yet.
We have to go. Do we
AJ?
go?
We haven't taken AJ
Do we
yet.
go Patriots defense?
Defense or May?
I don't hate it, but
AJ Brown,
AJ
too.
Brown's the
Oh,
top.
yo, it's an excellent
haven't-
statement.
Take
Try
him one
AJ
time.
Brown.
AJ Brown moves me.
Gotta try someone
Gotta
else.
switch things up, man.
Can't.
Jordan
Love.
Love. Okay.
Hold on.
We're cooking. I think this is the 17-0 right here.
And give me Texans. No.
Fuck. Texans, we might have had a chance.
Yeah, no, for real.
13-4.
No.
The lack of respect to Jordan
We
Love.
can't go out on 13 wins. We got to go out at least on a 15.
Okay, new game.
New
Yes!
game.
This just brought me back to life. Bijan.
Not taking DeJounald?
Who?
Raheem Morris.
Defense. This is the one, gentlemen. This is the fucking one.
Raheem Morris, also the 49ers DC.
We're dead in
The
water.
Titans, man.
And
Is this Salah?
Carnell Tate.
Oh.
Salah.
You know it's bad when the best things about you is Robert Saleh.
He's a solid coach.
So hold on. Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren.
I don't go Warren.
Warren's. We just need bangers now.
Mike Evans.
We might as well refresh now.
Hold on. Respect the first ballot Hall of Famer. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
We have life.
This
might be 15.
This
It
is
could be
this is
15.
firm.
If it's 14, we spin again.
15-2.
All right.
We got close.
We tried.
It's just the head coach, man. We keep getting the Titans and Panthers.
And the Browns, too.
That's the problem.
Damn it. Well, you know what? I'm disappointed.
That was 21
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
It was fun.
We
It was
tried.
fun.
We tried. And that's going to do it for this episode of the Pick a Side Podcast. You guys can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Pick a Side Podcast, on Twitter at Pick a Side Pod. If you guys want to support us in another way, you guys can use code PAS26 on Polymarket. Deposit $20 to get $50. We have an episode coming out also that we're recording tomorrow. It probably won't be out until maybe Sunday, Monday, but it's going to be about the draft. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.